Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
I feel like I should have had my saucy hat on today because Extra's got her saucy shirt.
I guess the mic is kind of in the way. Saucy.
Saucy. I just saw in my Discord, Ian bought 2 hats. He bought the whiskey hat and the wine hat, and I was like,
Nice.
Depending what he's drinking at the time.
it depends on his mood,
Hey,
exactly.
and if he has both on, watch out, world.
He's gonna chase his whiskey with wine.
Hey, that's actually no. That sounds like
True, probably.
you
That
might
sounds-
get sick idea.
Yeah, that sounds like you're gonna fall asleep in 5 minutes. Well, at least me. I never get messy. People are like drink. It's like keep telling me to drink, I'm gonna fall asleep, and you're not gonna see me on the screen.
Wait, I was
Oh,
gonna
you
say,
just get tired.
Wicked.
Oh, no.
I've seen you messy.
Really? When? I don't remember.
Dinner.
We were together for like
Dinner.
Oh, I wanted to go to sleep. I'm surprised I didn't go to sleep in the bathroom.
Oh my god, this girl. So she's so funny. She's Italian. You know, Italian. Not to according to
Spilled a
Disparu.
lot.
So she talks
Well, it's
with
like
her
when
hands.
Krista posted earlier, like Italians aren't real. It's like, no, that's because you're surrounded by Americans who keep pretending to be Italian.
Yeah. Let's just say Wicked talks with her hands, and there were problems of hitting people, walking by.
Well, that person was too close.
Get out of
I didn't
here.
go, like, all
She
the way
was
back
just like
there.
this. And like it made me laugh because Mark had a similar occurrence happen where I walked up beside him. He went like this and knocked wine into my chest. And yeah.
Was that on the
dress is
first date?
rude.
Because that was a tactic.
No, it was
Oh.
it was at Chrissy's wedding.
So don't ever stand like if we're at a hangout, don't stand in between me and Mark because you're gonna get.
Oh God, double whammy.
You end up like accidentally being in a boxing fight with each other. You just stand too close. It's all right.
I gotta watch out. Can't be surrounded by Italians. It's not a racism thing. It's a safety concern.
Was the
It's true. I
inspiration
mean,
for
I
the
can confirm
Matrix?
it.
It was like
I've
dodging
been-
everything.
I've been around a lot of Italians, and yeah, they like to pinch cheeks and stuff too. I mean, now that I'm an adult, it doesn't really happen. It's more of like a, not,
That's an old school thing, I think.
that's the old school ones. Like, oh, that fudge.
I kind
mean,
of do like
space.
the pinching of the cheeks. I think it's kind of
And I was
cute.
like, yeah. No, but when I got older, I was like, I got blush on. You're rubbing it off.
Yeah, they're like, oh. What is that?
I don't take it. But how's your guys' week? What did you guys do?
Oh my God. I feel like I've watched so many bad shows this week. And by shows, it's really just one and then a movie. And I feel drained. Okay. And I cannot wait for tomorrow because House of the Dragon.
Oh, I
Something
know. And it's the finale. If you want on Monday, if you're not busy, you can join if you're not busy.
Ooh.
You can hop on if you want, though. It's the finale. We're making the viral video of Emma Darcy and oh my God, I can't remember her name. The 2 leads, Allison and Rhaenyra, where she asked her favorite drink, and she's like a Negroni Spagliato with prosecco in it. Like, oh, stunning! They were talking about it. We're making that. Lee's
Oh,
gonna
you're making
show me how to do
Negronis?
it.
'Cause
Yeah.
Lee and Tugs were obsessed with saying that all the time. And I'm like, I don't get it.
Don't get it. Well, we're making it, so that's gonna be our drinks.
I love
And
it. I love
yeah.
it.
But yeah, if you're free, go ahead and hop on. I mean, you got the key.
Ooh. I got-
You
I
can
do
come
have
on.
the keys to the
Yeah, the
kingdom.
It's like, I couldn't keep you out even if I wanted to.
A little extra girl takeover. Yes, please.
Yeah, I won't even tell the boys. You just pop in.
Surprise.
Yeah, I'm excited. I thought that the season was a tad bit slower compared to last season, but I think the finale is going to be exciting. I hope so.
Me
But
too. Hashtag me too.
And these two didn't convince me. They didn't ask me, but I decided that I will suffer through Agatha with them so that we can talk about it every week. And I'll actually know what's going on instead of like, oh, that sounds weird.
Yeah, that wasn't mentioned at all, and then you just randomly said, "I'm gonna watch Agatha."
Yeah, no one
Yeah.
said anything. You're just like, I'm doing it.
This was
I'm doing it.
entirely
I'm gonna
voluntary.
suffer. Yeah, it's gonna be like a terrible good time. I think. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like just so bad that it's funny.
Yes.
If it's like the trailer, I'm hoping for something probably about the same quality level as The Acolyte, but I think they're also going to try and be comedic, and those are the best ones. Like Willow,
Yeah.
She-Hulk, they all tried to be funny and they miss, but they're still funny for all the wrong reasons.
Which is the best part.
Mm.
Are you drinking a cider or something?
No, well, the weird thing is it's Hawkstone cider, so it's what's his name? Clarkson's.
Ooh, I like
Oh,
that.
I've
no,
never
it's,
tried
sorry.
it.
You've never tried Hawkstone cider?
No, I want it now.
It's really nice, actually. I do wonder how much of it comes down to like just the ingredients. 'Cause-
A lot of it,
Oh,
honestly.
actually, well, this one is the cider. I also had the lager, and the lager was literally just like water and hops, and that was it. So it didn't have any preservatives or anything in. This one actually does have sulfites in it, though.
I wonder if
not
it's because the
sweet at all.
fruit.
Maybe. The
Probably.
lager was nice, though. I
That's
think
too
the stuff...
much.
Because the weirdest thing that
Wanna
I
see
ever
with
had
my
was when I went to
lighting?
Germany and didn't have a hangover from their beer, and they said it's because they don't put, like, preservatives and crap in it.
Ooh.
So it was a lot cleaner, which was the same as their lager.
I want to
I-
try it now.
I want to try too. I like this. I feel like that needs to go like on a hat. Thank God
TGI
it's
stuff.
saucy. Yeah, I
Tejas?
like that.
Tejas!
Tejas-y. I don't know. Sorry. I haven't even had one sip of my Truly yet, but I had a Celsius and I haven't had one since our road trip, so I'm probably gonna be hyper. But I didn't want
Wicked
to
is
be
gonna
tired.
be running. Oh,
gonna be
wait,
like
look
about
at
to
me!
fall.
I'm by Dean.
You
I love it.
are. You're protecting him because you're the superhero.
Yeah, so this one's the lager.
And there's a
I think
flux capacitor up there. I just don't have it plugged in.
I think I had like 2 lagers and 1 cider. I didn't buy it, so...
Did you steal it?
No, my dad gave it to me.
Oh,
We,
Like, why
we
didn't
were
buy
talking
it?
about it like before, and it was like, oh, I thought you could only buy it from the farm. But apparently, there's places that other places where they sell it as like third party.
Oh.
Cheers. I
Cheers.
bought this.
Cheers.
Oh, that's cute. What is that? That's cute.
It's my Rogue energy bottle. It's cute.
Oh, that doesn't taste
Bikini
good.
girls and all.
My water bottle's a similar color. This
Nice.
is a big with my jug.
Noise.
With my
Noise.
jugs.
I got jugs.
She's got she's got
I've got
jugs.
jugs on my jug.
Jugsception.
Oh my goodness. Hey G, I always want to say JGJ. GJJ has been a member for 8 months. Don't look at me like that, Disbrew. Drink your
Well, you were like a few
Bear.
seconds away from calling her Gigi, which over here would be a horse.
I mean, it's a good game.
That's why in Valma there's a character called Gigi, and like for 2 seasons I always just called her Gigi, like the horse.
Oh no.
Oh my god. I love it. I love it.
And Emilio gifted 10 memberships. Thank you.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
queen.
Yeah.
I think that's the best clip we have. Like I can never not use that. I'm not sorry either. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Sorry,
Yeah,
not
then it turned
sorry.
out on Thursday,
Sorry, not
actually, you had
sorry.
loads of clips. You just never use them.
Oh yeah, that's on the Wicked's World brand though. There's different like I have the Saucy Wicked's World and not all the video clips are on here, but I should move them over here now that Wicked's World is gone. So we could use all my good clips over here. Sneaky Singy, thank you for the $9.99. On the road in the pouring rain and my passenger side wiper blade just flew off the car. Glad I'll be
Oh my
home soon. Oh
God.
my
I
goodness.
mean, did you crash into something?
Oh no.
Sometimes
Why
that
does that happen?
happens. Like when during COVID, when everything was closed, like right at the beginning, I drove to work and one of my wiper blades came off. And I literally went in and I was like, I need wipers. Let me buy wipers. This is a matter of safety. If you don't let me buy wipers, like I don't know. And they would
It's
not.
like, look, I'm already a woman and Asian. It's dangerous enough without not having
I
wipers
should've
on the
said
car.
that. Are you being racist?
Is it because I'm
Yeah.
Asian? Oh my god.
Yeah. So I had to have my brother come with an extra wiper to change it because I hated COVID. Hopefully you get home safe.
Yeah, stay
I'm safe.
safe.
Want you safe.
It's terrible driving in the rain without I've never had to drive without a wiper, but it's scary enough when you have both
Oh.
and it's like downpouring. Like on our trip when we got hit with the freaking a monsoon in the middle of it.
Where
like,
were we?
North Carolina.
Yes. And I hadn't even put the spray treatment on the windows because you never actually saw that how well it works. But
Oh.
we couldn't drive more than like 30 kilometers an hour out of fear of crashing. And I never usually slow down for weather. So
yeah, no, it was bad. It was like we got hit with freaking tidal waves. Vimaran, thank you for the Swiss 10. Evening, everyone. What are we drinking? I got this Deacon whiskey I've never had before. And holy smokes,
Ooh.
it is the smokiest whiskey. Oh my god, it is smoky. Oof. It's better more I drink it. How about you?
When I was
This is
getting into
awful.
whiskeys, I basically tried anything as it came on sale in sort of the local shop. And so I ended up buying Highland Park whiskey. And that was smoky, or peaty, as we'd say. And I found it absolutely disgusting. So then when I went back, I saw they had a super extra peaty version. I'm like, well, that was disgusting. That's going to be absolutely repulsive. And I bought it just to see how horrifically bad it was. And it was way peatier. The thing was, over time, as I drank more whiskey, I kind of ran out of all the stuff I liked, so I went back to those just out of it's in the house.
it's
and
there.
Liked them, yeah. So it definitely grows on you, the peaty stuff. So if you don't like it now, you may in the future as your tastes change. I think it was. Oh, what was the special edition? Yeah, it was probably the 18-year-old version of it was the one, like the super peaty. I can't remember, but yeah, Highland Park. They do all the peaty. They're really cool bottles because they're based on like Viking. Well, their whole brand is like Viking stuff, despite the fact it's all Scotch.
I love a cool bottle. Honestly, it makes your little bar area look cool if you have a nice display.
You ever
used to
seen
have it
that
back
whiskey which is in a skull? No, sorry, vodka in a skull.
Yeah, the crystal skull. I have a little mini
It's
of
supposed to be
that.
really nice.
I will never drink it. I also have a face one too. I'll go grab it. I'll be right back.
It's like I have a face.
I have a pirate skeleton that you can put like a bottle of whiskey, wine, whatever in it, and I took an empty bottle of this really pretty wine that I liked, and I put it there for decoration. That looks like a president.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, it feels like I should know that guy.
I know, who is that?
He's probably carved into a mountain.
Else. Hold on, I'll be right back. This is not.
This
good.
looks like
Don't ever get the
Washington.
citrus
I can't
one.
tell.
Yeah, I think it is a president.
I think so. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I mean, he has the hairline of one, possibly.
That's true.
But
He was
this
just
is
smart, and so his brain needed to cool down.
It's called Old Monk, the Legend Premium Rum. Very old vatted.
I tell you what, those monks, considering all they were supposed to do is like worship God all the time, they made some excellent booze. Like all of them. Every time anyone's got like some incredibly strong liqueurs, it's always monks that made it.
Oh, they have the power of gods.
Well, I think that's probably why. I think they were probably so off their face.
They're
they were
so
just like,
blessed.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
This could only come from the power of God.
No, Jesus made wine from water.
I mean, that's a good point, actually.
One of the gods obviously blessed the water to make the really good stuff. Oh, I'm not religious, but
then it's like, no, we're not just drinking water. We're gonna have a good time.
Yes, it's the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh
so you would have thought he'd make something a little bit stronger than wine, but there you go.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Oh my god.
It's like, I just invented whiskey.
Came back. I got blue raz. That one left the awful aftertaste. Ugh.
all the
do
That's
it.
my entire point. All of them left a terrible aftertaste and a first taste.
This one's not
just all the
that
tastes
bad.
were bad.
Like I found that maybe it's like
you get hit with like bubbles, and then you actually taste it, and it's horrible.
Yeah, I like these ones though. Like this was like an America one, like for 4th of July. It had cherry, lemon, and blue raz, and it's not that bad. It's not too strong. The like punch ones are a little bit too strong.
Because that's what everyone thinks of when they think of America.
Red, white, and
Cherries,
blue.
lemons, and blue raz.
Well, it's supposed to be like a red, white, and blue
famous
thing.
American flavors.
Well,
They should
It's
just
okay.
say, what flavor is it? Freedom. Like, just put that on the bottle and not explain.
it is.
I do like the
Freedom.
taste of freedom.
It tastes amazing. Xander's rants for $1.99. Thank you. Extra. You don't do Doctor anymore. Doctor Who anymore.
Oh, you know,
sorry.
dude.
Oh, is that
I
the Zia?
have to call Zia. I have to call Zia. It's been a bit of a crazy, and then this week I have family coming over to do some renos and shopping. There's some shopping we need to do.
Hold on.
And
Give me
shelf
When you
Wiggles.
say
building.
Renos, because over here a Renault is a car.
Oh, so
Renovation.
when I redid
Well, I
the
thought that, but then it's like, is she really getting them over to do free labor on the house?
yeah, free labor in the house, of course. This is what family is for. Is we do
Free
things for
labor.
each other. Like,
I was joking.
No, we're not. When it comes to at least my family, like we will help each other with all these like little things just to save money. Because I mean, just to have an extra hand. Like,
So
I'm
we're
really
doing
good
an
at painting.
extension, so we got the family round.
Yeah, but like my brother, he's he's a apprentice in like electrician. So little stuff that he can do, like add pot lights and
We all
stuff.
chose our jobs so we can actually do well in the property market.
Yes, honestly, it's not a bad like
We've got
idea.
like an electrician, a bricklayer, like a woodworker,
A plumber.
a plasterer. Yeah. Between us, we can build a city.
It's not
Sorry,
a bad
guys.
idea.
This isn't a topic, but Biggles just came in with some breaking news. Did you see there's going to be an Evil Dead animated series? I remember hearing talks about it, but is it like
Who is
for
doing it?
real? Bruce Campbell. Let's see. As long as Bruce Campbell's in it. Okay, hold on. Well, Bruce Campbell's retired from playing Ash. He's not giving up the role entirely. I do remember him saying that he would love to do an animated series. Like, I'm too old to be getting like hit in the head with stuff and like, be doing action Ash stuff. No word on how far along it is. Okay, so the actor last played the character over 3 seasons, and okay. We're out of the cabin. Sam doesn't have to direct. I don't have to star as Ash. The trick is to take the elements that people like, which is the innocent people being tortured by a malicious entity, as people who have no skills
Like
to
Big
stop it.
Brother.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So it's in. Bruce confirmed it today. Is it on Twitter? Thank you, Biggles.
been a
'cause
couple
I
of
remember
things
hearing about
confirmed.
it.
Like the
Ooh, hold
Orville
on.
has just got confirmed. Well, kind of
Did you
confirmed.
like that show? I liked it. Did you like the Orville?
Orville was great.
It was great, wasn't it? You should watch it. Actually, it's basically like a parody of Star Trek and stuff, but it's not.
Well,
right?
it
Would that
starts
be-
as a parody, and then it just
Yeah.
gets basically into more serious track.
Yeah.
It was like the only way he could get it greenlit was to do a comedy because he was known for comedy, but actually he wanted to do a serious Trek show, so it morphs over time into that. But yeah, it's not been confirmed by like the creators or anything, but one of the main actors, I think it's the ginger one. That's literally how I remember him. He said that they're filming it in 2025.
Oh, okay. Well,
So we have
I'm
high
really
hopes for
excited.
this.
As long as the people as long as it's Sam Raimi and everyone that was behind the original Evil Dead, yes. But if it's, because I don't know, they did good. They brought Evil Dead back with the Ash series, which that series would have done much better if it wasn't on Stars, because not everybody had that, especially back when it was out. I don't know about now, because it was the #1 stream show when they put it on Netflix when it was over. So I think it would be great. I would love to see it. I hope the animation is done well. I'm excited for this. I love Evil Dead. I'm real excited. You've seen it, right, Disbrew? The Evil Dead
No,
movies?
not me. When it comes to Stars, I think I've only seen 2 series. The first one is
what about the movies?
Spartacus. No.
Oh.
I've seen Spartacus from Stars, and then I think there was I think Sky made it, but over there they put it on Stars was like some kind of military action series, which was really good actually, but I can't remember the name.
Oh, okay. Well, the movies are on Stars. They had the show on there for some reason, and it just didn't make sense to have that on there. They should have just put it on Netflix or something to start with. But I'm excited for this. Thanks, Biggles, for that news. I had no idea. I remember hearing about it, but I didn't see any confirmation. But I've been running around all day today, so I didn't
When
see
is it
anything
being
on Twitter.
released?
I'm
Doesn't
not.
say.
It's not saying.
I don't
no,
think it said anything about it. It was basically just like, well,
It's
you know,
just
we're
in the
making it.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those
Let's
kind
see.
of rumored starts.
It says so
Okay.
Bruce Campbell confirms Evil Dead animated series in development, and he'll play Ash. Obviously, who else would he play? I'm trying to see before I pull this up. He told Entertainment. Okay, here we go. This is a better one. Here, let me pull this one up. You guys got to watch it. At least watch the second Evil Dead and then Army of Darkness. I think X-Ray Girl would definitely like Army of Darkness because it's more on the silly
Okay.
side. But Evil Dead 2, it's basically the first Evil Dead, but they got more money. The first one did so well. Stephen King rave reviewed it, and that like really boosted them up, and they got a lot of money, more money, and they kind of redid the second. It like is a redo. That's how I look at it. That's my favorite horror movie though, Evil Dead 2. So he said we're developing an animated version, like a series. I'll do that. I'll do Ash's voice all day long because my voice hasn't aged as much as I have. Okay.
Aw.
Yeah, he's in his 60s now, and the first Evil Dead came out in like mid 80s, I think. So
Oh wow.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like he was young. Bruce Campbell was very attractive. He's not unattractive now. He's just older.
He's an older man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
Thanks,
but he's
Biggles.
richer now than he was before.
No, so I should just go marry him then. Okay.
Yes, that's how it works.
He's a better candidate, and he'll
Yeah,
you can enjoy his money
makes
when
his
he
score increase anyway.
You can enjoy his money.
And
croaks.
there comes a point where he's like, well, he's probably only got like 6 weeks left, where he gets really attractive.
Ah, there you go, Jason. Thank you. All right, 1981. See.
I think with me, because it was a horror movie, I don't generally watch that many horror movies unless they need to have some kind of hook or twist. Like I like the Saw movies because of the ending. Like literally the last few minutes of the Saw movies is what makes the Saw movies.
Oh my
funny.
God,
It's
that
the twist
first
and how they
movie.
tie into each other.
That's the only
Oh
one I
my
watched.
God. That was insane. It was so good.
Well,
It
yeah, but that's
was.
the whole thing. The rest of the thing, I'm like, yeah, this is okay. But then the ending is what makes me like the rest of it.
Yeah,
'Cause you
all the
weren't ready
setup
for
for
it.
the payoff.
Mhm.
I hate when you can guess. Like these days, I feel like you could. It's so easy to guess what's going to happen next in movies because the
Well-
writing is awful, and you're like, okay, this person's going to actually be bad, and you know what I
Mhm.
mean. And then
Yeah,
but
you
when
can tell
something
by
throws me
category.
a curveball like that, like Saw, or there's a few good ones out there, but that's a big.
The classic
one.
twist.
Well,
Yeah.
They
That's
can't do
why
it anymore.
That's why once Saw left, I didn't like the series anymore because they lost kind of the intellectual planner angle, which is what I liked. And
Yeah.
so now it's just a gore film. And so
Jigsaw made it
lost the kind of
worth
extra
it.
bit. Yes, it was. I liked how, because one thing I've always liked in movies and TV series is where they'll show you a day and then they'll go back in time and show you that same day from somebody else's perspective, and you see how things tie in from multiple angles. And that's what all the Saw movies were when you found out they were
That's
all
what-
running parallel.
That's what I liked. So the Quiet Place day one was nowhere near as good as the first one or the second one, but that's what they did with it. They took someone else's perspective when the world was ending and showing a different spot. And I like stuff like that. If it's a good movie, you know what I mean? Like if they take a good universe and
Yeah.
expand on
think-
that, I like that.
The other good thing about the Saw movies, especially, was the motivation for Jigsaw to do the things that he was doing made sense. And they had a great telling of it throughout the 2 or 3 movies.
No, there's like 7 now.
No, I meant
Uh,
his motivation.
I think and the rest.
And the rest
I was
too.
like,
But
there's a
you
lot.
got a good idea, I think, the second one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you just see how things play out. But then once you
We're
go
up to 10.
yeah,
Yeah.
God, I stopped after 4, but after his leaving, it's like, well, these people are just doing it because they are evil now. Jigsaw wasn't evil.
Yeah, that was actually the plot of some of the movies, that they broke his code, which just
And he got them back.
People even have a problem with what he's doing because it is stupid. It's like, well, I'm not doing anything to you. I just put you in the room where you have to escape. So even he is like, well, you're already on dodgy ground, and they just took that away as well. So it's like, well, okay.
So I think some people are like joking in the chat, but I said it a bunch of times. What Wicked's World was a show, it was a podcast, and I stopped doing that. I'm not stopping anything else. I said it a bunch of times. Thank you, Hokies, for clarifying in chat. But now when
are
I
people
stream, people
freaking
are
out?
no. I think people thought.
Well, she
thought
had a
that I
goodbye
was-
party, and even people in the stream are like, "You stopping streaming?"
Yeah, and I kept saying it.
Aw.
I'm like, no, it's just this podcast because I don't have the time to keep up with that particular podcast. So I know some people are messing around. Like Ian, hold on. I agree with what you said, by the way. Here, Evil Dead was the original horror movies with a twist because it was Evil Dead is really good. You gotta watch it. Watch at least the second one, X-Ray. Disparu.
Okay.
I know you have like a billion things to watch, but if you feel like it.
Like I say, I don't generally watch horror movies. I just thought it was him killing zombies.
Actually, I should say Hugo, because Ian has taken over my Discord. He said since I was like, retiring, he took over my Discord and named everyone Hugo.
It's like, well, if you're quitting, now's my chance.
Very random, but very cool. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Damn, Daniel.
There you go.
It kind of
Damn,
sounds like he's saying
Daniel.
his own name as well. He's like,
Dan.
Dan.
He probably wakes
Ayy.
up. He wakes up every morning and probably goes in the mirror and goes, Dan.
Well, that is what they
Damn,
say.
Dan.
They say that is the big difference between men and
Dan.
women. Like every woman looks in the mirror and goes, "I don't like that" in particular. Whereas
Oh,
every guy
geez.
wakes up and no matter how old he is, he wakes up and goes, "Yeah, I've still got it." Even the elephant man woke up, looks in the mirror, and went, "Yeah, I could get him if I wanted to." It's just the way we work.
Oh my goodness.
Did he
Let me
have
get a-
elephantitis?
No,
Oh.
it's the Elephant Man was.
He was born deformed.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you Google him, you'll
Oh,
see
okay.
pictures and stuff.
Yeah, look up
Okay.
Elephant Man. Wasn't his name Rocky or something, like his actual name Rocky something? I don't remember.
Let's
But
see.
let me get a couple of these super chats. And yeah, see, I think MA is just
Ugh.
trolling me. Oh, you okay? Hey, he's a human, okay? He had to live like that. That's rude, actually.
She jump scared herself.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry, Elephant
I'm
Man.
kidding.
I wasn't
It's okay.
ready
I
for
think
it.
he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Oh,
The
the
only for
spirit
you
is gonna
guys,
haunt
MA.
me now.
Well, he will be after that reaction.
Oh God, save me.
Oh my goodness. Spiderfinger for $4.99. What's going on with this thumbnail? You bunch look really tan. I am tan. And Disparu looks like James Bond. Is this with AI how you do this? That's just how we look.
That's obviously how we look. IRL.
100%.
God
Mm.
dang you.
Yeah, I'm renowned for my
How dare you
tan.
question it? Oh yeah, the rain tans him in the UK. It's tanning rain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it rains tea. That's what it is.
That and like the amount of whiskey he drinks, it seeps to
True,
his
yeah.
skin.
It makes
Yeah.
him
Mhm.
tan. But
It's
actually, I
less
can
tanned and more
confirm
stained.
that I actually am very tan. Like I know we're joking around. Like she told me the one day, your tan is out of control. I was like, I'm
God,
sorry.
like stop
I
this.
live in
You could get a
Florida.
pot at Disney at this.
I mean,
You look more diverse than me.
Yeah.
Justin Martins, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Hello, all. Happy Saucy Saturday. Thank you,
Happy
Justin.
Tigus.
Yep. Jason, thank you for the Australian 5. Hi to the incomparably charming and vivacious X-ray girl. Engaging. I almost said engaging wrong. Engaging and her
Perspicacious?
perspicacious. Even Disparu had to sign that one.
We
Well,
need to
'cause
find a
it's like I'm pretty sure
What does
that's
that
how it's
mean?
pronounced, but I have no idea what it is.
Me, I never heard that word. Okay,
Perspicacious.
so it's not just me. Thanks.
quick-sighted, sharp of sight, clear-sighted.
Having
You
a
know.
ready insight
had
into
my
an
contacts in
understanding
today,
of
so.
things.
And quick-witted Disparu. Time for Saucy Saturdays. Thank you, Justin. Or
Saucy
Jason,
time.
sorry. See, look, I'm already messing up. Thank you.
I do like how we got different definitions though, because mine went to the Oxford Dictionary and yours went to whatever
Well, I
the
don't know.
Canadians use.
Whatever.
Exactly, Exactly. I was born this way.
I was born this way.
All right, so
It's an adjective that also means shrewd and wise.
it's true though. It's like everyone does it. Disparu does it when he watches a lot of this bad TV. You see it a lot. Like someone said it on Twitter. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Stephanie or something. But like that you're your head
Now,
like tilts more
to be
the
f-
dumber these shows get. Like,
to be fair, some of this is because my screen is like really wide and the mic is in the way. So if I put it over the other side, I literally have to look around my microphone to see it.
Oh,
But yes, I do it anyway if I'm like thinking.
that would bother me. I literally designed my desk so that wouldn't happen.
Because it is like if I'm trying to understand, like, what? My favorite is dogs though. If you just whistle at a dog and they start doing
They go
this,
this.
I'm like, what is this new noise?
you guys were just in sync for a minute.
It's so cute. I love dogs.
Like, where's
Anyways.
it coming from? I've never heard this before.
If I keep doing this, I can detect where it's coming from.
Which side? Is this a treat whistle or a walk whistle? Gabriel Knight, thank you for the $4.99. Whenever Camilla Harris speaks, my ears bleed and my IQ drops 50 points. Same.
That's how I felt with that Olympic swimmer.
Hold on.
Oh
Speaking
my
of
god, that
good-
video.
We found
You're gonna have to be
someone-
careful with Olympic clips. You might have to cut it out afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I just play it?
If you could get
You
it to
got
the
it?
exact point before you play it and play like a couple of seconds, you'll probably get away with it.
they'll under 5 seconds. It has to be under 5.
I would probably stick to like three-ish. I wouldn't go much more 3.
Okay.
Because
So,
the BBC starts claiming at 4 and 5.
okay. This is the.
This
What
is
do you
just-
think her voice sounds like? Chat. Just
Well-
think about it.
I'm not gonna
Also,
say
the
it.
original tweet for this says, "No matter you're not ready for a voice. No matter how prepared you think you are for a voice, you're not prepared for a voice." So I was expecting something that was really kind of seductive and smooth, because that's not what I would expect from an Olympic athlete.
Okay. Are we ready? We ready?
Ready.
I mean, it was such a strong
It
race.
immediately.
All running so fast.
There we go. That's all I'm playing. Just this is for Wicked's channel.
Oh, we can barely hear anything. She just talks like this.
Yeah, that's what I said. She sounds like Disparu's make fun of people voice. 100%. She watches Saucy Saturdays and she was imitating Disparu.
Hey, she's in love with you, Disparu.
Maybe.
This is her
Well,
way of getting your attention.
The weird thing about that voice is there's a load of people in the comments that have kind of nicknamed it their own thing that they think I'm doing.
Oh, she does sound like Kermit.
So sometimes it's just like the idiot voice, other people have called it the woke voice or the stupid voice. Like they'll kind of project onto it the kind of person they think that voice symbolizes. When with me it was just I'm just taking the piss out of somebody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To
I
me,
see.
it's the ferret voice. Honestly, that's all I could think about. Is you
Well,
as
yeah,
a
that is
ferret.
what it turned into. Yeah, it was like the small squeaky voice.
She should be a cartoon. She should do cartoon voices. Be
Yeah,
voice
like,
actor.
It's not a bad idea.
No.
She should be in Ratatouille.
Should be a perfect little mouse. Or Cinderella.
This one's for X-ray.
Cinderella night. What? Mark is not useless around the house. He's Legolas. I'm joking. Legless. You spelt that wrong, Andrew Matthews, for 2 British pounds.
Thank you.
That would be the thing if it was like he's always drunk, he's legless. There's
Oh my
a few
God,
ways you can go with it.
She shouldn't have balls. It's so correct.
Yes.
Ian! Grab him by the
Oh,
balls.
no. That yeah. For sure. Dave Chandler, thank you for the 5. Wicked's leaving, but oh, just our other show. Phew, don't scare me like that. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not gonna be doing a Wicked's World.
Yeah. We would miss you too much.
I know, I'm not going anywhere. Whoa, is that Mexican? So
Yep.
is it pesos? Is that what
I
Mexican is?
believe so.
Pesos?
Yeah.
Jose, thank you for the 100 pesos. The success of D&W is due to Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman because Disney tried to interfere so much that Ryan had to fight back. So I won't give credit to Disney for this movie. That's fair. I said the same, well, something similar, that they can't do it without Ryan Reynolds. And he was going to hold that over their head. Like, I'm making the movie I want because he loves the character. Deadpool, he's always stayed very true to that character and done a great job. So I always had faith in this movie, and him and Hugh have really good chemistry. It was just a fun movie. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but as far as a fun superhero movie, it was that.
Yeah, and
For
I think
adults,
he's had
too.
experience on like people telling him how the character should be, i.e., the first one that was a disaster. And
Yeah, and he still makes fun of that one.
yeah, and I'm glad that they kind of scrapped that version of Deadpool. I guess that was a different world version of him. Who knows? I don't understand these universes anymore.
Yeah, there's so many different universes. I read some of the comics and played the game when when the first actual Deadpool movie with Ryan Reynolds, not the X-Men one with him in it, when that was coming out, I got interested in the character and dived a bit more into the character. So he definitely stays true to the comic book form. There's other ones though, like there's a whole series of Deadpool killing the Marvel universe. He just goes through time and kills everybody. There's one where he even goes into like historical figures and kills like Mulan and stuff. Like there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. But I
Dang.
agree with this. The only reason
She
the
had
same
it
thing.
coming.
I totally didn't hear
sorry.
what you said.
He said
But
she had it coming.
I do think Raya was probably honest in the movie when he said, like, we've only got one rule, and that's just no coke. That was probably like a joke, but serious.
He
about
still put it in
you
there,
can
though.
basically get away with anything. Just don't push that
Here.
angle.
Thank you. Here, a saucy for Jose.
Saucy.
Saucy.
Thank you so much. But yeah, that's why, and the way I feel like that was also like a kind of like a troll towards them, towards Filoni or whatever, whoever they're talking about Filoni in it, right? He's like, because they said different names for cocaine so many times in it, like they didn't show it
It's like,
being
no,
used.
they know that one as well.
But they had to just keep talking about it because he's like, okay, we won't use it, but we're gonna bring it up, and you can't stop me because I'm Ryan Reynolds.
Na boo boo.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let me get these last couple here, and then we will move on to I don't know what we should start with. Psychotic Mongoose gifted a membership. Thank you so much. And Jason Webster for another Australian 5. Thank you. I agree. If you marry a woman like Extra Girl or Wicked Virtue, you should consider yourself a very, very lucky man.
Ooh,
Aw,
I'll
thank
tell
you.
Mark that.
Unless
Thank
you're
you.
a billionaire, in which case you're like,
You're like, you're gonna have to buy a bunch of wine.
It's like,
Well, we're not like materialistic or anything.
no, I'm
I'm a
saying that's just
little.
a billionaire.
Pizza
It's like
and
Elon
wine.
Musk. Is it? Well,
He can have anybody. Is that what you mean?
yes.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Okay, here you go, Biggles. What about Disparu?
Yeah, you forgot Disparu.
Well, nobody's that lucky.
Oh, okay. So
You
even
have
if
to
it's
be a woman
billionaire-
for Disparu to turn his head.
You have to be.
Well, yeah, and convinced me to be stupid enough to get married.
There we go.
Do you guys want to start with Marvel stuff, the Comic-Con stuff, or
Ooh,
we
let's
have
get
Rings of-
over it. Let's get the Batman stuff over with because I have it like super
Yeah.
fresh in my mind.
Okay.
Ah, yes. With
All right,
the
we'll
femme
let-
fatale.
Let me get a picture up of them. Actually.
Oh my god.
Yes.
My
Stunning. Brave.
well, I feel stunned watching her, but not in the way that everyone else is. But that penguin character, she is like, I don't know a lot. Wow. If you marry Disparu, you need to be
The best bit is
knee-deep
he
in
hasn't
USB
seen
cables.
like the
That's
rat's
the
nest
real
of
currency.
cables that just snake across my floor. But yes,
That's
that
the
would
real
actually be true.
currency for Disparu.
I see pictures where like, I'm really bad at cable management. It's like, you haven't seen the mess under my desk.
Oh god, you should see Mark's mess behind his desk. Oh, not Harley Quinn. I was talking about Penguin.
Yeah.
Oh.
The femme fatale herself.
Yeah.
The one who is irresistible by man. The sheer animalistic magnetism.
Oh
Look
god,
at
look at
that.
her. It's just all the men are
Oof.
fawning all over her, and it's like her voice sounds sexy. I'll give her that. Whoever her voice actress is,
Oh, it's
But-
just-
the look of her, Like, no one's going to fall head over heels for her.
Well, I mean, if you did trip over it, you'd have a soft landing. A lot of padding there.
Hold on, I gotta pull up that screenshot. So
She's the kind of person that'd have to turn sideways to enter McDonald's.
Oh my god.
I was watching this Bruce video earlier, and I had to pause it, and I paused it at like the perfect time. Hold on.
This
There you
is
go.
abuse.
Oh wow.
He does not know what he's looking at.
He's
Yeah,
like,
that
is
was during the song. Where it's,
that
the
a
first
phallic
reveal.
thing?
well, the thing is, you could have played this as if everyone is scared, so like everyone's just going along with it, like bigging her up because they don't want to die. But instead, they played it seriously. That is genuinely what every man wants to go after, and she
Which makes no
maintains
sense.
this
Cushion
entire
for-
boat off her cabaret performances.
That's a
And
man
she's going around flirting with all the
body.
people.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell.
Yeah,
but like,
and even oh, go ahead.
no, I'm just like, what the heck? That's like a man's body. Cover the head. That's a man,
Well,
man.
They wanted to give her cleavage, but then realized that if we did, a man might like it. So instead, they've just given her like
Oh, I
a
bet.
fat chest and made it sag really low. They're just like, we'll give her the worst chest we could possibly do and just make it massive.
Well, and if you look at how they built all the female and male characters, she definitely has a male body in comparison
I think
to
they
all the
all
other
have
dudes.
male bodies. Like the most they get to a female body is they'll give it a slight
Little cinch in the waist.
Yeah, but they're still massively bulky
True.
shoulders, and it's some of them are just straight up and down, but there's a slight inwards bit, and then just straight back out to the man's body.
Yeah.
Very blocky, very incredibly masculine shoulders, all of them, like
Yeah.
linebackers.
And I find it crazy that even like when Bruce and Alfred were on the way to the boat, they were complimenting her. They're like, look at this boat. She's got all this going on. She's the perfect villain. And I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah, she gets called a criminal genius at one
Oh
point.
yeah, that's what they use. And I'm like, I don't think Batman would actually say that.
No, he wouldn't. He doesn't like criminals. He punches
Well,
them.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gives them a compliment. What the heck?
I don't think Batman was the one that called her a criminal. The criminal genius comment was from her son when he was in the police precinct.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah, and he's
I
saying
do
she's
remember.
been running rings around you, and it's like, yeah, it's the GCPD. Everyone runs rings around them. They're all
Yeah.
stupid.
Everyone has been complimenting her on how great of a villain she is. And to be fair, she's so great that Batman in the first episode doesn't take her down and just leaves her there. Probably because he simps for her or something. I don't know.
Well,
It
I
makes
think he
no
left her
sense.
there
no
for the police.
sense.
She was handcuffed, and he kind of knew she wouldn't go anywhere. But she did essentially beat him in the fight. Well, she outsmarted him. She outsmarted Batman
could-
in the fight.
Yes.
When,
So
when
how could
he
she
threw
beat him?
her,
She'd run out of breath after a couple hits.
Well, this is the thing, yeah. And her only weapon is this tiny dagger, and he would have entirely defeated her if he hadn't thrown her next to the thing he's trying to keep her away from. He literally had to throw her at the cannon.
That's ridiculous. And you know what's really annoying about this? There was an interview where I seen where Bruce Timm said that when he was first approached with this, he didn't want to do it because they wanted to make it similar to the Batman the animated series. He's like, "Nah, been there, done that. Like boring." It's like, what do
Well,
you
he's
mean?
not
That was
similar at all.
Well, no, it's not. But it's like, so once they pitched this idea, he's like, "Oh, I like it." But no, like doing something similar, maybe not exactly like redoing the animated series one, but something like that would go over very well because that is a lot of people think that's the best animated series that's ever been made because it was so, especially for the time, they were ahead of their time. And the animation was beautiful. I love Bruce Timm's art style, but this is not it. This is just, it doesn't make any sense. It would have made
Well,
more sense if they wanted to make it good. They could have made Penguin a woman, yes, but a hot woman. People would be like, okay, that's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah. And then she uses
Catwoman-
her hotness to beat people up.
That's a real femme fatale.
Catwoman is as close as you'll get to like a hot woman in this show.
Really? What does she look like? I don't
She at
remember.
least
I'll
does
look it up.
have. They give her a bit of a feminine kind of cat outfit. But for the most of the series, you can't really see like her leg there, but she does. It is like a divided kind of showing her leg kind of skirt thing.
Oh,
or
it's
dress
Christina
thing.
Ricci. Okay, she's not ugly. Is this her? Right? This is this one.
I'm thinking more about her cat outfit rather
The
than
cat one. Okay, well,
main
even just there is not okay. So this
like
is
you see
oh,
that,
there you
but
go.
it's
Right there with the little
yeah,
slit.
it is a bit more of a
Oh.
dress kind of thing to her, which
Why is it?
I don't think any of the other women even wear in the series. But Batman, at least in the first 4, barring the first episode, that 2, 3, and 4, he's not really in them at all. There's
Oh my
even
god!
one with
Yeah, there was a lack of
Clayface.
Batman.
Yeah, where the with Clayface, Batman, the world's greatest detective, doesn't do any detective work. Instead, he just bugs, is it Barbara Gordon in the police thing? And he literally just listens to her as she solves the crime for him. It's wild.
Yeah, it
Go
felt
back to
weird to me
Penguin for a
watching a
second.
lot of women characters through this. We followed Barbara a lot. We followed the Penguin. At least this is episode 1. I only watched that. And to see what they got up to, not how Batman, who is in the title in name, what he's doing. So it really felt like how Gary says, we're following all the women. This is what does he say? He says bait and switch.
And Batman is
like
actually in the episode 1 more than 2, 3, and 4. So
Shut
if you're
up.
like he's not in it enough, it's far worse than the later ones. No, literally,
No.
the Clayface one is basically following Barbara Gordon as the main character.
That's so
And
frustrating.
the only time you really see Batman is him following her as she's solving the crime, and he is literally just listening to her interrogate things because he's put a mic on her. And there's even a bit with the Clayface where because he's going around capturing and killing various people, but then he's got these 2 women, and one of them is under like a spinning blade, like a pendulum blade, and she takes time out of like she's not panicked by the fact this blades are coming down to kill her, and she's insulting him because he's not a good enough villain for her. And she thinks, oh, you're just acting the villain. You don't actually mean it. You're not sincere in your villainous. I don't believe you, just like I don't believe any of your acting performance. So she's given him the mouth as she's tied to a table with a swinging blade coming down to kill her. And she's just about to die, and she's giving him lip. It's so utterly bizarre.
And did she save herself?
The other woman saves her. Batman, again, from what I've seen in the first 4, Batman barely saves anybody.
He's
In
useless in
this,
this.
Oh.
Batman comes in, he throws a batarang to unleash one hand of the woman who's tied to a chair. That woman doesn't pick up the batarang and saves the other woman. No, she runs over and starts untying the knots by hand and then just gets her out at the last second. Well, I
Well,
think
at least that's
Batman is
accurate, huh?
fighting the Clayface.
That is literally
That's
so stupid. So
very
Batman's not even the protagonist and the savior of people. He just is
Yes.
kind of there.
Bear in mind, he's already freed one with a batarang. If he just threw a second batarang, he could also free the other woman, but he decides not to. He's just like, freeze one, and then, I'm sure you'll do it for me.
That's so lame. Batman is lame in this. It's sad.
They did the same thing because I actually, the first season of the Harley Quinn series, the animated series that was on HBO, I liked it. But they progressively made it bad and, coming at men, and they made Harley and Poison Ivy gay.
What?
And
Look at this one, right? So from the first one, you had Penguin, but you also had her 2 sons, both of which you would think they would be brought up in the world of crime, and so they'd be like hard nuts. No, they were scared little brats. When one was being chased by the police, the other criminals, Barbara Gordon was the one driving. Barbara Gordon was the one shooting. She was the one that was telling him where to go. He was cowering in the corner, going, "Oh no, I don't like this. I'm gonna die."
yeah, they
scared all the time.
that's so Superman. They had Superman, an episode with Superman in the Harley Quinn series, and he was like a blubbering idiot, like kind of weak and stuff. Like the sun was blocked. Like it was that whole thing, like where he couldn't use his powers, but it was like crybaby-ish. And I'm like, that's so stupid. And then of course, like Harley and Ivy are just like, yeah, they're like the queens of the city. And it was just, it could have been a great show, but they of course had to put their message in it and ruin it. And Kaylee Kuko doesn't even do the Brooklyn accent. That's the iconic Harley. I ignored it because I thought the first season was okay, but it bothered me, and I'm going to bring it up now. Um, Ian so forth, thank you for the 50. Antarctic, more like Antarctic. Am I right?
And spelt with a K.
Yeah.
Damn.
One thing I didn't understand either is the penguin character. He's supposed to be like this kind of gangster persona.
Yes.
Like you're supposed to be scared of him, right?
Yeah, and again, I don't know the comics, so I only know like games and TV series and stuff.
Yes, me too.
The way I can't remember what it was called. Was it? It might have just been Gotham. The way they had him played in that at least was that everyone else basically physically overpowered him, so they also underestimated him. So he had to kind of use just his wiles and the fact that he would go further than anyone else, and he would manipulate people into working for him and eventually get them on his side. So they were petrified, but it was never like a physical thing. Like, she fights people in this. He never did in Gotham. I don't know whether he does in the TV shows or anything.
I don't recall, because he's kind of this big guy, so he has his like Goonies do all his work for him.
Well, yeah, and he has like a limp and stuff.
Umbrella. He uses umbrella and like shoots stuff out of it and has like a knife at the bottom of it. That was...
Yeah, but I don't think he's never going to like enter a fist fight with somebody because he'd
No.
lose.
I think
Whereas the first thing we
he-
see with this is she starts fighting.
Yeah, no, he has a gun on the bottom of his umbrella, and I'm pretty sure I don't know which, it might have been the animated series, but I remember seeing Penguin just get like knocked over, and like if you get near a Penguin and you can physically hurt him, he's done. He doesn't...
Bear in mind, literally the only thing that Penguin did in this entire episode that was supposed to be smart is wrapping a cannon in an umbrella. That is it. It's the only smart thing they ever did. And when they're like, oh, they're going to tell my entire plan to the police. Her entire plan was, I've wrapped a cannon inside an umbrella. These are not smart people.
These are not smart people.
Good for them. Oh god.
Yeah, I do. So the Penguin is supposed to be, like deadly and just like in the games, the Arkham games. If you remember, you go through like his museum and you see a bunch of like dark things. Like you see Harley's hyenas stuffed and like on display. Like he killed her hyena pets and stuffed them and put them in like like he's dark, but he can't fight. He just shoots.
Yeah. So somehow, because Penguin is female and
Now she
has
can fight.
charisma, is well beloved by everyone, but people are scared of her at the same time. She sings, she dances, which I
whole
cannot imagine the
package.
Penguin doing that either.
She would have
just-
done great in like Indiana Jones, what was it, Raiders of the Lost Ark? She would have done great in that.
I was thinking more like Hairspray.
I
They
think
were
it's
all
Raiders
big
of
in
the Lost
that.
Ark.
Yeah.
He's like, "No,
Remember
I
when John
stand by what I
Travolta
said."
played the
The
woman?
mom.
They like that was like the one time that I actually kind of enjoyed like a gender swapped actor or actress. It just worked so well because it's John Travolta.
It was funny too.
Yeah. God.
All right. Well, we got that out of the way, guys. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it so we can talk about it. But just oh god.
I don't want to
No,
watch
2, 3,
more.
and 4 aren't even worth watching. Apparently 5 is the worst. Now, I did look up a summary of what 5
I'll
was,
tell Mazza that.
and it is the Harley... Well, he might like it. It's the Harlequin episode, but she
Oh.
fights capitalism by kidnapping rich people, and she hides them in her basement and puts them through various different agonies and like physical pain and stuff until they give away their money to fight capitalism. Because capitalism's evil.
And Harley
Sounds-
Quinn is a social justice warrior.
Yes. Well, she's a woman. That means
She's
she's
also a
innately good.
psychopath too, so maybe they're gonna edit that out.
Well, she's a woman.
No, they
We're all
relate to
psychopaths.
psychopaths. So I
It
mean,
just goes together.
Yeah.
yeah.
Excuse
God.
me.
That's just I what?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's the whole thing. But this is what a lot of it is. That was why the Catwoman episode out of all of it was just kind of it was more just flirting with Batman, and she likes stealing things. There didn't seem to be any kind of message about that. It was more about their relationship.
Just
that was
flirts
kind
and
of-
steals.
the least a problem of anything, but then you get Harley, and it just immediately hits you afterwards.
I just think that's so stupid. Well, I refuse to watch the rest of it. I'm putting my foot down.
I don't think it's worth it, and it's on Amazon Prime. No one's going to see it. It's going to be forgotten. It's one of those. I don't know why it was made, and then you find out. Well, it was made for an entirely different channel, which cancels it because they didn't want to show it because it's so bad.
They just needed to put it somewhere.
Yeah, it's like we've made this thing. We desperately need someone to buy it.
Gotta do something with it.
Yeah.
It makes me sad because, like I said, Bruce Timm is one of my favorite artists. I love his art style, and he's gonna draw this horrible
crap.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any problem with the art, but I don't know.
They don't like women now. Thanks to Sprue. Okay.
Well, I mean, Batman didn't like women now. Look at the size of them, their shoulders and everything. I'm not even sure they were women. Literally, Catwoman, the only one who's like even vaguely feminine throughout the entire thing.
She's probably gonna die. Okay.
And even then, they were probably going, well, she's feline, and we like cats. We've got enough of them.
We want to. They want the furry. They want the furries to feel seen.
Does she have wine boxes as well?
Does she
Probably.
what? Does she have wine boxes as well?
There were a lot of boxes, yeah, because at first she lives in this mansion, but she can't afford it because she was left it by her parents or something. And then when they find out where she lives, she has to go on the run, and she moves into this dingy place, and it is just full of boxes. We don't know whether they were boxes of wine or not. There were a lot of cats, though, so I imagine so. She was complaining about the food bill of the cats.
Of course.
Oh, okay, so it is real. For reals. Okay.
For real, for reals.
For real.
Mountain Mutt, thank you for being a member for 9 months. I wear the cheese. It does not wear me.
Did you see that story about the gymnast who's sponsored by cheese?
Oh my god, I would love to be sponsored by Parmigiano Reggiano.
I was gonna say, is that
because people were
cheese?
Well, people were memeing it because there's an old, I can't remember what book it is, but I think it's about a book about how to get a husband and a wife, and one of them is if you would ever like to entertain a woman, give her a piece of cheese, and this is kind of the thing. I'll see if I can find it on Twitter.
I mean, cheese lights up the receptors in your brain that's very similar to which drug was it? It hits like a drug. Oh my god, chat, help me. Maybe I need to eat cheese. What type of
drug is cheese?
The best kind.
I love cheese.
The only thing that might be better than cheese would be chocolate.
She's an Olympic silver medalist, an Italian gymnast, sponsored by Parmesan cheese. So she just takes photos of herself with big loads of cheese, like doing the splits on them. It's sort of just like, well, I never wanted to buy Parmesan before, but I do now.
I mean, I love Parmesan. Oh gosh, that
does
just
she
looks
come
so
with it?
good.
Oh, I'm not sure. That's just like
Cheese.
that is just like, here's some cheese and my arse.
Can you imagine how much that costs for that wheel of cheese?
I'm training for the Olympics just so I can have that cheese right there.
I'm sure it didn't go to waste.
She definitely only eats cheese.
I would make I would put that on pasta a lot. That's a lot of pasta.
That's a lot of pasta.
Have you ever seen? There's restaurants that have like big wheels of cheese like that, like Italian restaurants. Have you ever seen them?
Like,
make
it in there? Yeah. I want to try that.
Let's go. I think there's one in Florida. So the next time you're here, we'll just find where.
Do you want to know my favorite thing?
Pasta, yes.
My favorite thing about this advert is that they do have a sign with the name of the company on it, but because they want her in focus more than anything else, you can't read the name. Like, this is blurred and she's in focus because she's more important than the brand of cheese.
Yes. I think most people would agree.
Well, exactly. But that is basically old-fashioned marketing that works. And we knew this for thousands of years. And then suddenly over the last 20 years, everyone's forgot about it. Now you'd have Penguin on there. And she wouldn't be, like, doing the splits on top of the cheese. She'd just squash the cheese. You'd be like, I can't even see any cheese. Can you lift up your rolls, please?
It would get lost in the rolls. Yeah. But I'm not talking about bread rolls.
She'd like lift up something. She'd be like, oh, look, I found
Let's-
a boat.
Dress up really nice and then just get like shredded cheese and like make it rain and maybe Sargento or someone will sponsor us.
Please, sir.
Please,
I would like to
make
be
it-
sponsored by cheese.
cheese, please.
I'd like some cheese, please.
You just randomly wonder. There's just like a pallet of cheese outside your thing. Like we're
Mm.
paying you in sponsorship of cheese.
I'll
Hey,
take it.
I'll take it. That
I-
and like I don't know what fruit. I love fruit. Blueberries.
The fruit would go off though.
Mm.
You can
And
freeze
that could
it.
become wine.
You freeze fruit it. Well, you have to
Yes.
flash freeze fruit.
Yeah.
Yes, give me some nitrogen so I can flash freeze it
Just eat it.
or eat it. Either way. Yes, pay the cheese tax.
Exactly.
Is she the cheese tax? That's the thing.
Oh, with every dog is a cheese tax. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
It's like
No.
a TikTok or a reel, something like
I'm
pay the
so
cheese.
upset. No.
No.
And I don't
No,
want
the
to.
moment you started bringing up songs like that, I immediately thought of the Oedipus Rex song. I don't
Let me
know
see if I
why.
can find it. Like the cheese tax, little short.
But if anyone hasn't heard, I can't remember who sung it. It's a really old comedy song about Oedipus Rex.
Okay.
How he loved his mother like no other.
I like
Are
how
you
he
ready?
says I say Oedipus. Oedipus.
Oedipus.
Yes. Like I say, this is how you pronounce things properly.
The cheese tax, the cheese tax.
You gotta pay the cheese tax every time you're cooking when the
Anyways,
Gotta pay the cheese tax.
It's Oedipus Rex by Tom Lehrer.
oh, I
He
know,
loved
but
his
the
mother
Oedipus
like no other.
context.
His what was it? His mum was his sister. His son with his brother.
Now I want cheese. I'm
But you
going
just need to get
claim.
sponsored by a cheese company and then do the
Yes.
splits on them.
Me and actually
I will
should
do the
both have a
splits on them.
cheese. We should have. I would choose.
I will
So
do
I've been
splits
waiting
on
for
cheese.
this moment. That's the only time I'm going to do the splits. If somebody
She'll do a
sponsors me in
split on the
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, give me cheese.
That's
I do
my price.
splits.
Like, everyone's got the price. Everyone's got their price. Mine is 4 wheels of cheese.
damn.
Well, it has to stack lengthwise to the length of my legs. Okay,
Well, that's why I said 4 because she's on 4. So I'm just assuming you're the same height. I don't
I'm
know.
like 9 feet tall, so that's like
Oh.
at least
I have to
6.
go like this when I talk to X-ray.
You have to go like that when you speak to everybody.
Hey, no, not Steph.
Except Steph. Like
Steph
you
is
and
the-
Steph are the only ones. It's like, yeah, one day we'll see the top of somebody's head. I still think the top of somebody's head is like a myth to Steph. She's still
Yes.
not quite sure it exists.
I love when Kara met Steph. She's like, "This is the first time I have never felt like the shortest person in the room."
I've never made eye contact with somebody before. My favorite streams are the ones where drunk 3PO is going around showing everyone on camera, and he goes, "Steph, can you just take over for me for a second?" And you just go
Way down.
"Zoom." And now suddenly you're looking at everyone's belly button, and she's like, "I'm really crowded in here." it's like she's suddenly gone down in a submarine.
Two's nose for $10. Thank you. The way women are drawn is weird considering Rustin's pin-up book, Naughty and Nice. It's not like he won't draw hot girls. I've
Oh, this
never
was
seen that, but
deliberate.
I do know that he, I've seen work where he's definitely way better than this.
It's also really weird that all the women, well, at least 3 of the women, I can't remember. It's Gary posted a picture of them all around the table. If you look at their face, it's all the same person. They've just given them different, like, hair, basically. And it's the same with the body types. They all look like it's the same body on all of them. It's quite hard to tell them apart.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this like post now of the women
Of
around the
cheese.
table. Oh, here. It must be this one. I need cheese. Is this one that you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
Uh,
it's one of
yeah.
the ones. Is that Harley, Barbara, and who else?
I don't know who this one is.
Oh,
in
it
the
says it
middle.
right here. Harley. Oh, Renee Montoya and Barbara Gordon. Okay.
Okay, like what is up with these suits? They're so fugly.
Yeah, because they're meant
It's
to.
the
They're,
it's the
they're
Hillary
supposed to
suit.
remove any hint of femininity from them. That's what they're designed to do. And they've done the same with the hair and everything, the makeup, tying it back. It's all designed to sort of desexualize them and just make them just like fat weirdos.
I can't believe this. So like, cause they made a big deal about like Harley being overly sexualized, but I mean, she came in as the Joker's girl. She was written in the animated series to just be his girl.
No one would sexualize her in this.
Yeah,
Oh my
no,
God.
And she always like there
Like
was a big
she
thing.
has
Even
the weirdest chest that anyone's ever possibly seen on a person.
Ugh.
Like,
Yeah,
I love
that
these.
is just a man's body. That's all that is. Like those are
It is.
those are shoulders
that
that
Bruce?
Arnold Schwarzenegger would be proud of.
I say, is that Bruce because she's buffer than him?
Yes, far wider shoulders.
I don't.
That's
And
insane.
If anyone wants to go, well, they're just shoulder pads. They would be comically large shoulder pads.
This is just like a moment. Yeah. like-
Aren't they gay or something?
Yeah, they just kiss.
oh,
Oh,
this is how I
okay.
feel watching it. I feel like Gollum. And then I'll talk to my cheese, my precious.
she loves green cheese.
I love green cheese. Yeah. No, that's Ian. They're all gay because they're men, essentially.
Just for a
The
second.
weirdest thing as well in the first episode, she goes to Harvey Dent, and it was like they tried to make Harvey Dent attractive for whatever you can do in the art style anyway. And he was still like thirsting after as she walked past. He's like, "Oh, look at her go!" And
Got it. Hold on.
it's very bizarre. I think somebody's living through their fantasy in that show. It's like, yeah, I've made
Kind of
everyone
like
look like
Minnie
me.
Kaling.
Mm-hmm. It was like there's some. If you went through the people involved in that show, you would probably find the woman with that body type. And she's like, "Now I can see myself in somebody that the men actually like."
Yeah.
You got to make fantasy for men to like it. That's the problem. Hold on, I'm looking for what? Ew, what'd you find? I don't
Oh
want to see it.
God. No, this is I'm not showing this, but we have a thing called Caravana, which is kind of like a Caribbean festival in Toronto.
Mhm.
And the
Mhm.
mayor of Toronto, Olivia Chow, is in Caravana gear, a bikini dancing, and it looks worse than my mother dancing. But
oh, no. Well, here's a good picture. Just Emilio asked for a nice picture. There's Harley in her nightie. Much better.
Ooh.
There you go. Pellet cleanse.
I need one after that video. Thank you.
Need some
After
cheese.
the cheese.
I need a picture of
That-
cheese. Bring the gymnast back.
Wait, everyone will be happy then. You get your cheese, we get the gymnast. So.
Equal
That-
opportunity.
Well, that's the whole thing about that marketing style. There's something for everybody.
Here, you can
Just
read
put
this.
women on food.
You can read
GG.
this one. Disparu.
Duppy Rider for $2. It's scissors at the end of her umbrella. I wouldn't be surprised. One of my favorite clips, now I've found it, is there is like a German techno band that doesn't use instruments. They just use things around the house. And I just have a clip of them using
Oh.
scissors to make the music.
That actually sounds good. That's cool.
Well, I kept putting it in the Acolyte.
That's like ASMR. But
Well, because all the rest is
Techno
like
music.
techno, but he's like speaking as the mic at the same time. He's just making scissors noise into the mic.
Oh, no. Oh yeah, she's put it
It's
in the
great
group
to
chat.
just zoom in on every time Amanda Stenberg walks on screen. You just play the scissors clip.
Oh no, Ian, thank you for the $50.
Yes, queen.
Yes. Catwoman has to be feminine. It's because Catwoman would look awkward. Like
Catman.
Catman would look awkward. Like he smelled of cigarettes, cheap booze, and regret.
Well, they could have put. Imagine if they put Catwoman in the Penguin body type. But now you've also got to have Batman thirsting after her as well for an entire episode. And I think they literally thought, we can't get away with this. We already did it with Penguin. There's no way people will believe for an entire episode. Like, it would just be a parody at that point. Like, he's catching her as she's falling and stuff. He'd break his arms. He can't do that. Like,
No.
at one point, she's falling, he dives after her, and then he uses, like, his grappling hook as he holds her to grapple. It'd be like, no, she'd fall down and cause an earthquake that took out China. There's no way you could have her that size.
If they do it live action, it'll probably be Lizzo playing Penguin.
Oh my god.
Tetsu, thank you.
I think they should.
I
That's a
Please.
movie I'd have to see.
Lizzo's
could
an
fire, like-
actress
She
now.
could
You
fire
should
like
definitely.
ping pong balls out of stuff, and she's just like getting the dancers to eat bananas.
Oh
Hey,
god, I forgot about that.
Mhm.
I'm glad they use an old,
There's a
not
reason she
popular
vanished.
design for Batman. I don't have any issue with the actual Batman design. It's the other characters that look like
Oh, I thought you were
garbage.
going to say Lizzo. I was like, wow.
Oh no, easier to dismiss. Disbrew has the best female haircut on the panel. He rocks it like
Based.
a queen.
hmm
Thank you.
Yes, Queen.
Look,
yes.
like Queen. the mustache guy. When everyone's like,
Oh, Freddie
I
Mercury.
didn't know he was gay at the time. It's like, really?
Are you sure?
Really? Because he did do a music video where he's hoovering the house in a mustache and a dress. I'm just saying,
Oh.
might have been a bit of a hint.
Hit, nudge,
Dave,
nudge.
thank you for the 5. Batman the Animated Series still holds up after all these years. Fantastic show. It's a shame those woke tards feel the need to improve on it. Yeah, you can't improve on it. They should have just continued, the story or something. I don't know. Stupid. Andrew, thank you for the 5. Since X-Ray missed Wicked's last solo podcast stream, can Disprue tell her about Jimmy Savile and BBC's hypocrisy? I'm not sure if that's really YouTube friendly, but we can fill her. She might
Well,
know
it
about
isn't.
it.
Well, I would
You
have
can-
thought.
you can
I was
talk about it
surprised
a
that
little
nobody else
bit.
did.
Yeah. I mean, you can bring it up a little bit, but
What happened?
it's kind
Well,
of
it's
just,
Jimmy. Like we were literally about the BBC and how they like to fill their ranks with people who prefer the children's
PDF
television
file.
demographic.
PDF files.
Well, you can do that if you want.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
And so with
can do that
Jimmy
if you want.
Savile, when
Well,
he
this one
died,
anyways.
the BBC and all these BBC presenters suddenly came out and went, "Yeah, we knew he was doing it." And I was like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, we used to take action when he went into hospitals and did the stuff. We'd take action to kind of keep the children away from him on the ward and stuff." It's like, you never told anybody? It's like, no. There was a lot of people that did that, and it really made it seem like everyone in the BBC knows all about this stuff. And then since then, other people have come out in the BBC. Like Hugh Edwards recently got found out. He was a news reporter for about 20 years. He's probably one of the most well-known news presenters in the country. Has just got arrested for the same thing. And before, when he got outed by a newspaper last year, they started suing him and stuff, and everyone had to take it back. And now he's been found guilty. So it
drama.
seems a lot like everybody knows this kind of stuff. Yeah, there's been a few. There was also what's his face? He also used to do children's TV with a puppet. Schofield, something Schofield. He got into a rather weird situation recently, and actually got I'm pretty sure he was underage at the time, person employed on the set. So that was a whole drama. He got let go from the position he was in at the time. I don't think that
my
was
God.
BBC. I think that was another one, but it happens a lot in the television programs.
Hey, people keep quiet because they think they're gonna lose their opportunities. I'm sure.
Or
And then-
it's so well known from so many people, everyone thinks it's obvious.
Mm.
It's just normal. I think there's a lot of that, especially in London, in these kind of circles, where the most horrific and worst ideas in the world, everybody believes them, and so they all think they're normal. And so when they find out that the rest of the country disagrees, they just see them as evil, because everybody they know believes the same thing. And they don't realize you're the lunatics.
People need to get out more. Different friend circles and all.
Well, they can't because it's all London. I think it's very similar to like Hollywood. I think Hollywood is very similar in that regard. It's just literally like the default version of the echo chamber. They all get together and all agree, and then the rest of the country just is like, you lunatics.
Yeah, I'd say. God, that's insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Oh my God.
Oedipus.
Dave Chandler
Now
for
that
2.
he
It's
says that.
Oedipus Disprue. I said Disprue.
Now
I
I can't
talk now.
unhear Disbrew saying eat.
Oedipus.
He's like, I'll keep saying it. I
Not
don't care.
Oedipus. Oedipus.
I'm just gonna say it like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Oedipus.
9999. That's not a racism. It's fine.
Well, yeah, me at the start of that clip entirely changes like what the clip was
it's
meant to be
racist, though.
about.
That's why I had to keep it. That's what makes it funny. That just like with the where's this one with
Please,
actually,
please.
oh
Yes.
oh
I want
Because I'm worth it.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Odie. What, Ian? How much wine have you had?
Or whiskey. Or both.
All the wine.
I mean, putting whiskey in wine would at least improve the flavor.
Mixed drinks by Disbrew coming this
Well, it's
holiday
not
His new
advised
channel.
because you ruin the whiskey, but you do balance it out by slightly improving the rotten grapes.
Andrew, thank you for the £5. During the Great Fire of London 1666, famed dietitian Samuel Pepys dug a hole in his garden and buried an enormous round of the Italian cheese in it.
And then it
What?
grew into Big Ben.
Huh?
I don't know. No,
wasted
but
all
the
that
the cheese probably was really expensive, and so at the
You
time
didn't want
it'd
it
be
to
like,
burn?
well, yeah, it'd be like keeping your savings, I guess.
Yeah.
Just
I
think in
mean,
1666,
even
importing
now-
something from
hold
Italy
on.
is going to be really expensive.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Hey, save the cheese. Save the cheese. It's not save the queen, save the cheese.
Save
That
the
is one of the
cheese.
things, though, about the Great Fire of London. At least the rest of the country were like, well, it was only London.
Holy crap.
Could have been worse.
You guys want to know how much?
That piece
Wait.
of cheese cost?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go.
It was like it was like a replica of a chip.
Okay.
Like,
Made
are
out
we
of
talking
cheese.
about what it would cost
He
back
buried the
then
moon.
or with
Right now, I just was curious. So this is on
inflation?
This is on Amazon. A Parmesan cheese wheel, 80 pounds, 24 months aged. How imported from Italy? How much do you think that costs?
What was the weight again?
80 pounds.
80
Oh,
pounds.
sorry. You have to remember, my currency is pounds, so I thought you were reading out the price.
80
I was like, that's not that bad.
times, I don't know. I would say like $2,000.
Close. It's 1,399 American.
She's
US.
probably
Okay, I
accurate
was
when you take in
thinking
currency
Canadian.
conversion.
For
Yeah.
Canadian,
thinking
it's
Canadian.
yeah, for Canadian, that's what I mean. Yeah.
It's probably like 20 grand Canadian.
No, but that makes sense because like I believe it's around like 20 or something bucks per pound in the grocery stores. So
I don't know what brand
I get the
cheese
little like
was.
triangles of it. I get the Asiago and Parmesan. Those are the two
yeah,
that I like.
no
to-
one can afford a whole wheel of cheese unless you're having a party. So
Nobody would
Yeah.
eat 80 pounds of cheese.
bring it on.
Challenge accepted.
500
Challenge
bucks.
accepted. I'll do it.
Ravenspire for £5. Love the show. Easy and carefree by a great thruple. Ah, thank you.
Ah,
Also enjoyed
thruple.
Disprove.
It is a bit weird to call us a thruple.
It is ongoing education of colonials. Rule Britannia. Britannia? Did I say it right? Britannia. I,
Yes.
I said it right.
Britannia
Okay.
rules the waves.
Britannia. Okay.
And we
Thank
didn't
you.
invent
I-
slavery.
if we call ourselves a thruple, I'll feel like we're in Alabama. Okay.
No, then we'd be brother and sister.
That's how I feel more about you guys than anything.
Yeah. Except I'm one of.
But it's not actually,
X-Ray's
we'd have
many
to be
wives, so
genetically related if it was in
maybe,
Alabama.
maybe we've been watching.
Otherwise,
too
it'd
much
probably
House of
be
the Dragon.
illegal. They'd be like, no, you can't marry two women unless they're your sisters. There's like the one exception.
You know what? Disprove should read this one because I think it'll sound classy and
Absolutely ruddy for €2. They wish it was proper money. I bet the cheese farts smell heavenly.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, she is a
Thank you.
gymnast, right? So if she timed it right, it'd add like extra acceleration to the turns. It's like rocket-propelled gymnastics. If you want to reach those really high jumps, just to be extra impressive, I think
eat
it'd come in handy.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave Chandler, thank you for the 5.
You just need to
Braj,
really concentrate it to really sort of get the force.
okay.
Hope there's no mics nearby. Otherwise, it'd sound like you're also doing some kind of percussion instrumental.
Oh my god.
Oh no. I'm broad-shouldered, and I think that chick is drawn wider than me. I suppose
Oh,
my
yeah.
frame is now considered classically feminine. Oh, no.
It's probably literally like that. If I put my arms out, that's probably her shoulders. It was wild.
Yeah.
Like all the way out to here. Jason Webster, thank you for the 2, the Australian 2. Brie and a bottle of Vivu. How do you say that? Trey?
Viv.
Viv.
And the second bit.
I don't know how to say the second
And
one.
the
I've always
second
just
bit.
called it Viv, which is just champagne.
Oh, okay.
Because in my
Yeah.
head, it's just saying click quote. Like, it's the
I
only thing
mean,
I'm reading.
I love Viv. It's really good
I've
champagne.
never had it. I'll have to try it. It's expensive.
Yeah.
They got annoyed at us. They're like, you can't call it champagne unless it comes from the region of Champagne, France. So they just call it sparkling wine.
Yes. Technically speaking.
Now we're out of the EU, though. I don't know whether it matters. Just call it champagne just to annoy the French. It's like, well, if you disagree, you can invade us.
You should do it. Do it.
Do it.
Oh my god.
What?
Hang on.
He found
Uh-oh.
something. I'm scared.
Uh-oh.
Brace yourself, chat.
I'm
Brace
braced.
yourself, X-ray girl.
Oh no. Is that AI art?
Oh, that's how you would look, to be
Oh
fair.
my god. Guys, you wouldn't even be able to see my eyes. I'd be so happy. Who
That
made
is-
this?
That is the only problem. Core member.
Good one, core member.
That
Thank
that
you
is
for
that is the
remembering.
only problem with this image is that her wheels of cheese were way bigger. Like it
Yeah.
would be like your face and or your rest of your body
I-
what she was on.
I'm a size queen when it comes to cheese wheels. Okay, core member, bigger is better.
Yeah, hers had a lot of girth as well.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still on cheese? We're always on cheese, Drew.
We always talk about food, and when we talk about
do.
food, it goes on for a
You
very
two
long.
always talk about food. I was talking about the gymnast. The food was.
He
That's
doesn't.
true.
There.
That's
He
true.
was talking about what was happening on
I
the
just thought it
food.
was weird that he was on cheese. I wasn't interested in the cheese.
Oh my
Marion,
god.
thank you for the $4 super sticker. I wish it described on my OBS chat. It describes what the super sticker is because it gets lost when I look over on the chat. Thank you, Spirian. Jonathan Stevie for 5. Thank you. Wine, cheese, and Oreo mousse. Oh, that sounds good. By
Oh,
the way,
yes.
not fat and not 5s, ladies. And Disparu is looking smart as always.
Eee.
We all know that's a lie.
Which joked him on that. All right, that was a good picture. I liked it. All right, let's hop on to this one topic. So
Ooh.
Marvel Studios fired all the producers that could be labeled activists. Lucasfilm's doubling down on all the nonsense. Says it's a rumor though.
Yeah,
This
it comes
guru
from
said
Chris Gore
this.
on Open Bar.
Ah, okay. So that's where you got this. Okay.
Yeah, he said
what
it
is
during
this-
the stream. The thing is with this, I can believe Lucasfilm doubled down. I'm not sure Disney understands like the ideology and the people enough to have fired all of them, even if they wanted to. That's the thing. I think it goes a
agree.
lot deeper than they expect.
Because you have to look at the overall performance of each employee. And so it's like, what constituted the reason to be fired? And if you are self-aware, you'll be able to identify these things. But I think that it's very hard to see, at least in terms of that type of politics. I honestly think that what they should be doing instead is do a revamp of people's performance and have you been doing more good for the company or bad. It doesn't
I mean-
necessarily have to be just DEI stuff.
Well, even the issue with that now is because they've been hiring this way deliberately for so
like
long.
this.
Even if you compared all to the people's performances, you'd be comparing them against other people who are also crap at their jobs. Like your entire company will basically be DEI now. That's your problem. You don't
Mhm.
have good people. The ones that could make the good things haven't been able to make the good things because the good things require doing all of the stuff that you don't like. I don't think they realize that, like, you can't just fire all the producers. You have to fire all the directors, all the writers, all the people in your staff, all the hiring procedures, all the HR. You have to get rid of
Maybe
all of
even
the
the
rules and
cleaning staff.
regulations.
Who
You have
knows?
to be like, we're never going to get an Oscar again because we can't obey those rules. You've got to get rid of all of your DEI page and stuff. You have to throw literally everything out. And if they're just going, well, you know, producers, we could probably just get some producers and kind of go halfway with it. No, I think you'll end up with the same quality of content.
I mean, they already know that what they're putting out is not making money. And then you see a movie like Deadpool and Wolverine did well because they weren't shoving any messages. And there's been a couple of things that have come out that aren't, you know, super woke, we'll say, and they actually made money. And it's like, they know. Like, I always would say, like, you got to hit them in their wallets, but like, it's clearly they're bleeding out money and they're still not making changes. Now, maybe I wouldn't say, I don't think they fired all the producers. Maybe they're going to slowly start cleaning house. That would be smart. And I don't really expect them to make smart decisions. I don't want to give them the benefit of the doubt with that. But if they do, it'd be nice because it would be, I would enjoy good Marvel and, you know, everything. Basically own everything right now. So I would like for movies to be done well again, but I don't know. I don't believe that they're going to do it.
Well, it's like when you talk to a person that's in a relationship that's not healthy for them, like a toxic, like legit toxic, maybe there's abuse or whatever, and they just continually go back until one day you just don't trust it anymore, and you're like, okay, I'm gone. I can't listen to you. I don't trust you. And it's how I feel about Disney. It's like I feel like I've been abused. Like, you know, I keep giving hope because of everything that came beforehand. And then movie after movie after movie after show after movie after show of bad. You have to show a streak of good before I can be like, okay, it's Disney. I got to go see it now.
I mean, I disagree with the whole you don't want messages in it as an idea, because you do want messages in it. You just want messages that you agree with. Like, a hero is a hero because you agree with the hero's actions. You think he's doing good things, which is what you think a hero is. So as far as they're concerned, like when I say something like Disney makes shows now like Willow and stuff where Kit was the villain, they don't see Kit as the villain. They see Kit as the hero because they have different values than I do and they're opposite to each other. So they didn't think they were putting a message in because it was their values. And so when you put your values into something, you don't think you're putting a message into it, but you are to them. It's just you can't really see it when it's your own thing and when you agree with it. And I think it's why it's always been misleading. Like when you talk about, well, I want good writers and I want good characters. It's like, well, that's not an objective stance. You just want your preferences put into the movie. And I think that's absolutely fine. But I think it is better to push it that way than go, well, I just don't want any message. Because now you're not asking for anything. And I don't think Disney, at this point, know what a good movie is. Because they have no one in the company who has the values of their audience. And so they literally couldn't make one if they wanted to. It's like, I did think this was a decent movie. But this had messages in it because it had masculine values. It had them growing, struggling, trying to come up with a reason to actually save the world in the first place. I really liked the line where it's like, all the people I cared about was, I never needed to save the world because everyone I cared about is in this picture. And he had to come up with an idea that I need to protect the world because they're in the world and that makes the world worth saving. All those are very masculine ideas. Sacrificing yourself to save other people, very masculine idea in the first place. And so there is definitely messages in there. It's just different than Disney's been pushing.
Oh, so I listened to a podcast and this one topic was like, what are values? And what you're talking about, according to this podcast, is benevolence, where like family and friends are your people who are important to you. So you put them above everyone else. Whereas we see today that might not be as prominent. It's more about social values, of course, that we see people kind of putting forward about a collective of like country, a group, I don't know, whoever. And the thing that I loved about how the message of previous movies were they were very indirectly vague, and then you put your own values on it. Whereas like now they're very direct, like it has to be like, something about lesbians or certain colored people and whatnot. White
Because that's
person
what they
bad.
think good is now.
Yeah, and that's where we're seeing the change from benevolence to social values. And I can see sometimes it's okay, but when it's just all about that, it just doesn't feel
I don't think it's ever okay.
relatable.
Because I think what you mean by sometimes it's okay is if they're just like a character and that's just who they are, rather than being put in there specifically as, we got a good person.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think because male values are a lot about sacrificing yourself, fighting for others, saving the world, saving people. Whereas female values are more about social status. And so that's what this is. It's literally like, look how good I am. I put all of these categories in the thing. This is what society wants. This is a dominant social order. So me putting them in gets social points, and that makes me good. That makes them good. And it is a case of traditional heroes were good because of what they did, but modern day characters are good just because of who they are. Like, you can't have like a gay villain because they would never do that. They're just too innately moral. And so this is why they make rules that you can't actually do that, because to them that would be such a clash of worldviews. They can't physically imagine that being believable, and so they don't do it. But yeah, I think it's just two different sets of values colliding, and
Yeah. We need
I
equal
think it's harder to
opportunity.
fake than anything else, and I don't think Disney can fake it.
Well, you can't fake a good, relatable story. Like, I think
No.
about some of the movies I loved back in the day, and I relate to the male character or the black character or whoever, right? Like,
It didn't matter what they looked like.
doesn't matter.
When I say masculine and female values, I don't mean this is literally the ones of this. I think it's more like a temperament that people tend towards. And I think a culture tends to take on one or the other, and generally throughout all of history, they've taken on male values as like the good things. And so you end up with women that take on those values anyway.
Yeah. I mean, growing up, especially us, we grew up in the 90s, and I've said this before on the stream, but we seen a lot of like the progressiveness started in the 90s, so it wasn't weird for us to see like a gay character in a show or anything, but for the most part, they didn't make that their whole persona, right? Like, if there just happens to be a gay character, whatever. But if they make the whole show about their struggle being gay and all this, that's what gets annoying. Like, sure, of course, that's a real life thing. People go through it, but it's that they push it way too much now. So I agree with this, Peru, with the message. You should have a message in there. We grew up with plenty of movies that had good messages in it, like the early 90s Disney movies. There was always a good message in there. Now they don't know. I feel like they don't even know what they're really trying to push. It's like very mixed. Like, they're just pushing what they think. I don't even know if they think it's a good message. I can't say, because I don't think any of the messages are good that they
White
push now.
man
It's
bad, girl
Yeah.
good.
I think it's a literal checklist from
yeah,
top down and what the writers want to push.
like they're
'Cause-
trying to make women. They're trying to make them masculine and trying to make men more feminine for whatever reason. And I think it's
if
because
everyone's
they
equal, they have to be the same. So you have
yeah, but
to.
they're not even doing that. They're pushing men down. Like, modern
Yeah, 'cause you have
feminism
to.
is what is garbage because of that, and that's what they're doing now. Like, oh, women can do whatever men can do. They can't. Sorry, but they can't. I'm not sorry. It's just
The way you
it's
make people equal is
facts.
you drag one group down.
yeah, that's what they do.
It's the only way you
Yeah.
can do it. You have to have authoritarian force to crush people.
Cat
You can't lift
fight.
people up. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You just
It
have to
feels that
like-
way. It's like,
It
you know,
does.
when a girl sees another hot girl at the bar, she has to take her down and be the hottest. I don't know. It feels
No,
that way.
Well, yeah. I mean, blokes do the same thing. They do competitive wise by like showing off and stuff. That's the interesting thing about these, and it's why I think it enables them to become quite subversive, because the two differing ideals, they are kind of similar in their aim. It's like you can take it down to like, well, men are more hierarchical and more competitive, and women believe in like equality and stuff. But then, as you say, no, well, the equality means you're better than me, and I need to bring you down, which is innately competitive as it is. They just do it more subversively by like reputation destruction and stuff. I always remember in coupling the amount of backbiting and bitching that happens in the bar around the girls' table is insane. Well, Wicked and Blabs at the Oscars or whatever it was. Look at her dress.
For me, it was more. For me, it was more like these people have money, and how is my $10 Amazon black dress looking better than what these millionaires are pulling out at the Oscars? Like
It's
just
fashion, Wicked.
Obviously, I don't know fashion. They were wearing paper bags, okay?
It was literally everything. Be like the dress, and the shoes.
I just love.
Look at her shoes.
I just love how Disparu was in the chat watching the whole thing, and then I forget what the actor's name was that looked like Disparu. We were like, "Why didn't you tell us you're at the Oscars?"
I don't like to brag.
Did Disper wear an appropriate
They
outfit?
did. They looked better than the girls. It was a suit and tie, just
To be
classic
fair, that
look.
wouldn't have been difficult.
I want to see.
Wasn't that
if
the
we
one
ever
where?
do you own a bow tie?
No,
I want you to.
I think I used to. I don't anymore.
I want you to. Jeez.
Yeah, you need to own a
want
I
bow
don't think
tie.
anyone
I
really
think-
owns a bow tie.
I think you need to get a
Much.
bow tie, and for like New Year's Eve or something this year, we're all gonna dress up, and I need to see you in a bow tie.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna
No,
laugh
I
if he
think
just
I
shows
did
up in one
used
of
to own a
those
bow tie,
shirts
but it was one of them
that
clip-on
has-
ones because literally
That's
no
fine.
man knows how to tie one anymore.
Yeah.
A
I just
bow
feel
tie,
like there's-
no, but a tie I can.
Well, ties are easy, yeah, but bow ties are unusual. They're like one strip of fabric with weird ends and stuff. I don't know.
And they're like, there's thick and thin areas where you're supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like to dress up. Most of the time, I'm like wearing a dress, even on stream. Like I'm just gonna put a dress on. It's fun. So
It's one of the, I couldn't think of a joke to say about it, but I knew it was funny. It was like, well,
Don't say anything, just for
well,
just
I was
don't.
like, I know there's a joke in here somewhere.
bring bow ties and cloaks back.
It's like, that's
Right?
really
Now she
the,
said she
the
wanted
worst
cloaks.
of every world, isn't it? It was both at the same time. It's kind of lumpy.
I just feel like because you're British, you should own a
No,
bow
it's
tie.
ribbed.
So go get one.
Oh, and a
please.
top hat.
Yeah, and a monocle.
No, I did used to. Well, no, I didn't own a top hat. There is a wedding picture of me as a kid when I went to a wedding and I had a top hat. I'm in a little suit. And that's probably where I had the bow tie from or something like that. I remember I had a bow tie.
It? I want to see baby uwu.
He finds the bow tie and it's like just like isn't
looks
like
so dapper.
a choker necklace because it's so tiny from when he was a kid.
Yeah, we all like. I think I had a little because I was only tiny, so they like rented some suit. I don't remember the top hat.
That's actually so smart for a kid. It makes no sense to buy a suit.
There's no point buying a kid a suit for a wedding. He's literally only going to
You
wear it
rent
once.
it. Just rent it. Yeah. I feel like that was a thing in the 90s. There's a picture of my brother. He's a little bit older than me. He's in a bow tie and like a full nice suit. And I'm like, I know my mom didn't buy that. He's gonna grow out of it in 5 minutes.
I don't know whether I can find it. There's a great Twitter video about a guy getting set up for a suit. And his mates have clearly contacted the tailor beforehand.
Uh-oh.
Find it. Katsu, thank you for the Swiss too. Can I ask what the panel is drinking tonight? I'm drinking water and a blue Raz Truly. It's all right.
This is Dragon Fruit Rogue Energy in water.
This was Hawkstone Session.
Walk.
Sorry.
I have to kind of... Everything's backwards. There we go.
Hawkstone.
He's like a beauty guru when you try to make it focus and they put their hand behind it. Like
Oh,
Well,
yeah, I do that
it's
too.
on face detection, so I need the bottle to hide my face, but because it's backwards, you never know which way to go behind the bottle.
yeah. Oh, okay. Dave Chandler, thank you for the 5. I don't buy it. If there's one thing Hollywood and particularly Disney has demonstrated, it's that they never learn. This was all Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't, like I said, I already said it at the beginning of the stream, but what do you think Deadpool would have done well if it wouldn't have been Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, if it
'Cause
was
he wouldn't-
Disney-fied? No.
Yeah, if they wouldn't have gave him full reign to do what he wanted, he would have walked. And then what were they going to do? They wouldn't have this movie because they would have tried to hire someone else to play Deadpool. People would have been like, nope, it would have flopped.
Chris's comments weren't specifically about that movie. He wasn't saying it changed because they'd done that. I think he was just more talking about the people that he's spoken to behind the scenes have said that Disney are cleaning house because they've realized they've made a mistake. Whereas Lucasfilm,
there
they
might be
don't
some
realize
truth
they've
to
made
it.
a mistake. They're just doubling down.
Is Hawkstone beer? Okay, hold on. I'm looking it up now.
Oh, no, that's
they-
a cider.
Well, there's Hawkstone's. No, there was Hawkstone cider, which I had at the start, and then they also do lager. So the session is the
no.
lager.
So
sorry,
did they
Ian.
refund you, Ian?
Because there's like mini me.
Oh,
like one smaller.
cute.
It's had a baby.
It's
It could
me
be
and
a his and
X-Ray.
hers.
It's me and X-Ray standing next to each other.
It's actually very true. I look like from behind, like if Wicked's wearing like a skirt or something, like I look like her mom. I feel like-
Why is it gotta be a skirt?
So it's okay.
I
or
don't
like
even know,
in the
girl.
back, like that in your backpack, like at Orlando. I felt like very like mom-esque.
Go into Orlando. It's like okay, she
Especially,
gets
oh my
in
god,
free.
when we were at St. Augustine, I tried. They have this homemade popsicle spot, and I got this espresso one, and I didn't want to finish it, but it was really hot, so I'm just like, okay, we'll find a garbage. And she did a mom thing. She grabbed it from me and was walking down the street like this with it out, like
Because
so
she was
just drip
holding it, it was like dripping on her. I'm
She's
like,
like,
Wicked.
She's like, give me.
No,
You
I
definitely
can't find a
mom vibe.
video. But what the tailor video is he gets measured at a tailor surrounded by his mates for this kind of suit. And the tailor just comes out, he goes, okay, now we've got it. I've got the suit for you if you just like to try it
Me
on.
too.
And he pulls out from under something, this little tiny, like, child suit, which is about that big, because the
Aw.
guy's short. And he just, like, he's just like, what? And he kind of looks at the tailor, then looks at his mate, and just, like,
They're all laughing.
bursts out laughing. Yeah, everyone else dies around him. And he has like the weird. I think he has like a really squeaky laugh as well. It's like, oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Okay,
Squeak,
let
squeak.
me. Let's look for.
I can see your
sorry,
brain
super chat.
working.
Yeah, mine.
You
I'm
can
like,
tell she's doing something because you can see like the light of the reflecting windows changing.
Uh-huh.
yeah, I know because it's so bright. I wish that StreamYard let you do dark mode. Hate it.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
That's why I never wear my
StreamYard.
glasses.
Get that dark mode working.
I know. That's why I never wear glasses. Well, you almost never wear glasses because you won't see my face because it's just so freaking bright. Mountain Mutt, thank you for the $9.99. Oh, now my thing opened up on me. That wasn't me. Wow, can't believe I got more mileage out of a cheesy member message than I ever will from a paid super. I guess the best things in life really are free, and that's strike one, Wicked, for not getting it. Hey, I'm not keeping up with the Olympics because they're making me mad. So I
Hey.
had no idea.
Technically, you paid for that member message. It's not free.
It's true, you did.
So there you go.
I'm only
Listen-
keeping up with the gymnastics and the beach volleyball.
I wonder
Oh.
why.
Have you ever seen the
What about
there was
tennis?
there was a picture, it was like the Spanish beach volleyball team versus the Egyptian one. And one was in like
God.
bikinis and it was in full body burkas.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh,
right. It was a
really?
Buffy reference. I'm sorry, Mountain Mutt. And that went right
Oh
over
my
my head.
God.
Sorry.
There was a video where there was I don't know what the event is called, but it's where you have that huge pole where you like jump up into the air and it's basically
Oh, yeah.
like high
Pole
jump.
vaulting.
Pole vaulting. And the guy, this one guy, he should have like taped himself down.
Yes,
His,
I don't
like-
know why he didn't strap himself.
Yeah, his pee knocked the pole down.
Yeah.
It was pole fighting. He
I
would have.
like that. My favorite comment was he's cheating. You're only supposed to use one pole.
Oh my god.
This rule probably doesn't remember this.
It's a
and
handicap.
it's not going to really spoil anything for X-Ray. But I don't wear the cheese wears me. Is there was a guy in Buffy's dream. She was having this weird because she can. I don't know if you remember any of this.
It's like, I'm
X-Ray, if got to
assuming
this
you could
part
show
where-
that, but I'm not sure.
where
YouTube's weird.
where she can like prophecies kind of like she can see the future a little bit like sometimes I don't know if you got that far into any of your episodes X-Ray, but sometimes Buffy will have a dream and it shows some of the future. But she kept her and her friends all had like a combined dream and they dreamed about this guy that was like had cheese slices on him. They're like, did you guys dream about the cheese guy? And they're like, yeah, and it had nothing to do with anything, but it was just like this weird thing. Yeah, but that did go right over my head. Sorry, Mountain, but I deserve to be shamed for that.
Yeah, shame. Wait. I'll do a version for you. Shame.
Will I get clipped for this? This is booty, Disparu.
That's why I said
Don't
that's
show
why
it.
I didn't. That's why I didn't share it. And I'm like, I don't know.
I got age restricted on a twerking video once.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, now, but I'm just gonna say I understand why Disparu is watching the volleyball. I get it.
Well, it wasn't
likes-
actually.
Who's
that
your
wasn't-
favorite
that was more the
team?
lead into the joke. The joke was just I liked the contrast between the two teams.
Who's your favorite team? Disparu.
The
Do you have a
Egyptian one.
favorite? Oh, okay. Really?
Wait,
No.
what'd you say?
It was a joke. I don't have a favorite team in the Olympics. Now, I do have a favorite shooter. My favorite shooter out of all the shooting guys, the guy who he kind of just walked up casually,
One
fired
second,
and everything,
Moran.
and everyone did like loads of like what was it, like spy memes and stuff out of him because
No, it's not,
somebody even-
Hokies. We're not that bad.
somebody even quoted underneath, right, that if you train to be shooting, you only have one eye open, but if you train to shoot people, the wild field of view helps. And he specifically went, I shoot better with both eyes open. And he just kind of walked up, went bang, and then that was it. And everyone else is like got all the gear on and stuff, and then lining it up perfectly. He didn't care. It was like, I've done this a million times. He looked the most dangerous out of all of them because he just didn't care. I think he got silver as well.
Wow. So I had an idea. Maybe X-Ray can be the she missed the Wicked's the talk on Wicked's World.
I'm so
Maybe you
sorry.
could be. It's okay. You were playing games. You already had that set up. I'm not mad. I see you every week. Anyways, do you want to be a guest referee? I want to do a sumo wrestling match with a YouTuber friend. Like we could do it for charity, and it'd be way better than the Olympics.
Sumo wrestling? Well, we'd have to put those suits on.
Yeah, like if you want, you could be the referee, or you could do it. We'll go against people. We could do a tag team.
Oh my god.
I was going to say, like, even though you're in the sumo suits, she would have an advantage in size.
No, not me and her going against each other. We'd either be on a team or she can be the ref. But like, who should I go against out of our YouTube friends?
Steph.
Yeah, it'd be like Steph. I'm not sure how big a Cara is compared to you, but it'd have to be someone.
Okay, Kara
height
would be a good
advantage.
size. You guys are about the same
I
height,
feel like
right?
Kara would scare me. She'd be like, "Ah!"
She
Run
is
away.
surprisingly
She
like.
is.
She turns out to be really competitive. She goes into training
I can
for
see
it.
that.
She does like a
yes.
fat suit kind of Rocky montage.
Except
Chris,
we're
going
take
up
a
the
break.
stairs.
Instead of
and
working
it's-
up, working out, we're eating because we're in fat suits anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I wouldn't do
running up the
Krista.
stairs in a fat suit.
Anna's pregnant.
Yeah, my chat said Jay, and then I'm like, what? And who said? I think
Jay's
this was
double
like,
alright.
I know, but someone was like, he'd get his ass kicked. Yeah.
I feel like Tugs would beat you. Possibly. Sevi would be a fun one, I think. Have you
So
met
was it
Sevi?
Gary? No, I haven't.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Blabs would be fun too if she's up for it. I don't know if she'd be up for it.
I think there'd just be a lot of us falling because I don't think any of us could walk in a sumo suit.
Oh my god. I think
Your
we
legs
should
are
do.
too small for the sumo
I'll
suit.
take that. I'll take that. I
Maza.
will win. I will win.
You know what I
that
want to
dog.
play? I want to play the game where you're in the bubble, like where you have to run in this bubble, like
Yeah.
soccer,
Absorbing.
and then like you knock each other over as you're trying to like get the ball. I think it'd be so fun. You know
Have
what
you
I'm
ever
talking about?
seen a car
Yeah.
hit one of those?
No.
It's amazing. There's a
Uh-oh.
video of a guy in the Zorbing ball because it was designed to like bounce down hills and stuff, but somebody just gets a car and just full speed accelerates and hits him, and he just goes flying, lands in a tree.
Is he okay? He's
I don't know if I
okay,
can
right?
find that video.
Oh my god.
He's like, I don't know, but it's funny either way. Apparently.
Like America's Funniest Videos. I love like the stupid stuff you get into.
Oh,
now-
I know.
Like basically Instagram, TikTok, and all that is like America's Funniest Videos. You just have to get the algorithm right for that.
Except it was funnier because like things happen on accident. Now people like plan.
Try to do it on
some stuff
purpose.
Some stuff is funny. Like when you see, like I'm mean. Okay, I'm sorry, but as long as they don't get hurt, right? But when fat people fall, it makes me laugh so much. Especially
Like
Because of the
turtles land on their back
reverberation,
and
the
just wiggle.
fluffy, fluffy,
especially
fluffy.
if it's just like like they fall and like the flip flop comes off or something, or they just like I don't know, they trip over the silliest thing. It makes me laugh so hard. And I feel mean about it, but I can't help it. Like there was this one really fat guy who was trying to push his fat sister who was in a wheelchair up a thing, and like it wouldn't
No.
work. And he's yelling at her, and he's like, "You almost made me fall out of my sketchers." And it was like,
Have you ever seen there's like an escalator going down and this woman goes down on it and then this other couple come along and they got suitcases and for some reason, I don't know why, they decide to put the suitcases on first. So she gets the suitcase, puts her on the escalator, it goes over. Obviously, it's not aligned properly. The thing comes up, knocks it down, and it's long enough that it goes over the stairs, right? So it just skis all the way down the stairs. The woman at the bottom turns around because she hears it, sees it coming at her, and starts sprinting down the stairs. Doesn't get there in time. Bang! Like, she just goes flying with the suitcase.
Oh no! Escalators scare me.
Like that. There's another thing where some guy came down, and I think he just like polished the stairs going down into a subway, and then it's just a montage of people the next 2 hours falling over on the stairs that he's polished.
Oh my god! Oh, I love videos of people trying to drive on icy roads. Like, you don't
Oh yeah. Oh, I found it. The icy roads one where it's just like over a few hours and everyone keeps smashing into the person.
Like this happens in Toronto sometimes
dominoes.
where it's like literally like hundreds of cars pile up because
Okay, so this is it. For some reason, I don't know why she did it, but she thinks
Oh, she's Asian, that's why. God
she
dang
thinks
it.
that suitcase
Explains
is a good idea.
everything.
So it goes over,
Oh
falls,
no.
and just starts skiing. She sees it, runs, bang!
Hey, at least she didn't fall on the actual escalator because I would have been so worried about those grill marks. Oh my god.
or like your hair getting pulled in. That was always a fear when I was a
Ooh.
kid that I was gonna fall and my hair was gonna get sucked into the. What is this?
I think it. Oh,
Modern Warfare.
I literally
on.
just clicked the home thing, and that was what happened to be on it.
At least it wasn't some sort of corn. Oh no.
No,
is this
Look
the-
at
Twitter is definitely something where your algorithm shows
See,
you.
they're
Like, if
both-
someone keeps complaining that they see all that stuff on their feed, they caused it, all right? I don't get that stuff. Which is surprising, because it'd improved my feed.
oh, what is he? What the? See?
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh,
Aw.
Grandpa. Oh no,
Okay.
this is a bad idea.
Here, we'll finish this one and then I'll just stop it. I just.
Oh, the
the dog.
The dog.
What is he trying to do? Oh wait, hold on. One more. It's a lady. Oh,
The-
Oh no, this is a bad idea too.
Oh no, they can go separately. They're not together.
Oh no. Oh no. Ah!
wow. He didn't
Okay,
even
where
make it
did
far.
he even think he was going when that was directly in front of him?
Oh,
He's
oh, no.
trying.
Oh, he's,
He's
trying.
trying.
Oh no,
He's
he
try-
fell. Oh.
Why is she in the grass on the? Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
It's not that funny.
Doesn't understand
That one.
friction, I guess.
God dang.
I don't know.
Wow.
There's funnier ones on Instagram and stuff, but you would lose me for like a whole 10 minutes probably just looking to find the right stuff.
There's various fat people falling over. She's like,
Yeah, let
yeah.
me-
I get distracted now and again.
Can you please put that in your bio? I've been
people
watcher of
fall.
fat people falling.
She's there, like, feeding up her friends just in case. I'm always here for comedy entertainment. Eat this.
Oh my god.
You're too skinny. Have some pasta.
That, you sound like an Italian right now, actually.
Well, it's like the really old kind of stereotype, isn't it? The wife feeding up the husband so that he can't leave. And she's like, no, I just find it funny when you fall over.
I just want to trip you.
Yeah. You're around me a lot of the time. It'll just be funnier this way.
You need to some cushions for when you fall.
Well, that's the best bit about it. Yeah, they've got extra
When I
padding. They're
push
built
you.
for this. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I found a good one.
You just walk into a house, you're like, why are all these banana peels all over the floor?
That's what
Like
chat-
random puddles of water everywhere.
This one cracked me up. Since my boy's belly popped out like a damn car airbag. I laughed for probably at least 2 minutes straight at this one. This poor guy.
Oh, wow. That was like, where on earth did that even come from?
It was so hidden in his shirt.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh,
He'd
poor
been
guy.
sucking that thing in. That's what that was.
Oh no!
That was like the impact of the earth made me fat.
Oh, I see that guy coming into X-ray one day. For that.
Were you the one with the airbag belly? See?
That's the most useless airbag ever, though. It should have been behind him. What he needed was an expandable arse. That would have saved him.
Yeah, I see. That's what those big butts are for.
Yeah, yes. Well, apparently.
Cushion for
Okay.
protection.
My eyes
We're
are
not,
watering
we're not
on
going to
that
get into
one.
from what?
We should ask Lizzo.
Well, I think that's just where she hides her spare food.
Oh no! Oh no!
Vimaran, thank you for the $10 Swiss. Deadpool Wolverine showed how cool Blade could be. Lord knows I have nerdgasm when I saw Blade walk into the scene.
Yep.
You okay, Disbrew? Or any quote he spoke, yet they want to make it woke. Dear God, this whiskey is smoking again. No, but I guess nerdgasm makes Disbrew giggle.
No, hang on. There's
Oh,
something
did you
else.
find something else?
Another falling video.
Well, yes, but not what you were expecting.
Thank you, Vimaran. Oh.
Oh, so cute! Puppy!
I love her reaction. It's like, what happened there?
Disbrew sometimes sends us like random animal videos. Like
Yeah,
it's
didn't
so
I think I
adorable.
sent one today or something. It was like, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, he sends like cats and dogs and just like funny squirrel
I
videos.
love
Obviously, 'cause
it.
those are his I know
Favorite.
sometimes it'll be like if we're having like a bad day, we can count on Disbrew to send us a cute animal video.
Well, this is the thing. When you're like, it's lucky it wasn't some dodgy naked movie. And I'm like, no, it'll just be an animal video.
I know, I don't think he-
I have way more animal videos in my feed than random women.
It's true. It's
Squirrel.
true. He loves
I have a lot of
squirrels.
squirrel videos just pop up, yeah.
He's like the scene. I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. He's the scene in Ace Ventura when he's like, "Come to me, my animal friends." That's Disbrew with squirrels. He does. He's like, I was feeding a squirrel. He says random
Yeah.
things in the chat. Says, I was feeding a squirrel and it bit me. Like, you feeding a squirrel.
No,
Might need to get Chick-fil rabies.
I was feeding squirrels before, and then the next thing, I just suddenly like a load of baby geese around me. Like, where on earth have you come from? And then
Ace
then
Ventura
suddenly,
confirmed.
when I notice them, the parents kick off. And they're like, "Rah, rah, rah," and it's like, no, they'd literally herded the babies in front of them as if he's the cute ones and give them food, then we can eat it. They'd literally send them over for food.
Steal the squirrel's food. Disbrew will
Well,
not
yeah,
do
it
that.
scared
Those are
off the
just people.
squirrels. The squirrels like, I'm not fighting a
Oh.
goose.
Oh God, no! Those
Canadian
things are
geese are ruthless.
horrible. They are
Everyone
evil.
keeps saying that, but our geese aren't like that. They just kind of
The
they come up. If
Canadian
you've got food,
ones-
they'll eat it. If not, they walk off.
Oh, we
It's
need a
lie
video
about all
of that.
Canadians. It's a lie that all Canadians are nice because Canadian geese are assholes.
Well,
They're-
I mean,
they're
someone has to
mean.
balance it out.
And
And also,
Yeah.
it's not that Canadians are nice. It's just that they'll apologize a lot afterwards. So it's like, yeah, you know, they may go around and like rob a bank, but at least they'll feel sorry about it.
Laces out for bucket geese. Yes, they were in.
Okay, I'm gonna show you some Canadian geese just being a-holes. Since we're just on this like
Oops, I almost hit it. Sorry.
from
look at
that
him.
far away.
Like, why? He's
Our
just trying
geese
to
would
golf.
never do that. Now,
He's just
I
trying
do
to golf. The heck?
Well, when it's golf, I do think they get confused about your ball being an egg.
Hmm.
Because I've seen multiple golfers get attacked by birds.
Oh, they're just lying there.
Is this another golf course?
No, I think this is just a park. Oh
They got
God.
scared for their life, so they dropped down because geese are mean.
You can see him weighing it up, right? He's like, hang on.
Oh, they can break your fingers.
He
Oh
went for
my
the smallest one. He went for the
See,
shortest
this is the
one.
thing, though. If an animal is like that, don't run away. Then it gives it more confidence.
Oh my God, look at this guy's. Oh, look at the one
Oh
behind
no,
him.
I've seen this. I've seen
He's
this video before. Yeah, he fights several of them. I think in the end he just ends up running into the building.
Ah! Oh my God.
They
Geese are
actually
such
connected on that one.
a-holes. And you're not allowed to hurt them, at least in Canada, because they're the national bird.
Ours would be swans. Swans are literally owned by the Queen. Well, the King.
Oh,
Yeah, the
I had no
royal
idea.
family own every single swan in the country.
every single one
Yeah, by law.
by, okay.
That's why you can't hurt them.
You
God
can't hurt
save
squirrels
the
or Disparu will
swans.
come for you.
The king, God saves the king saves the swans.
And God makes vodka. The Holy
Well,
and
I
the
mean-
Holy Spirit.
Well, I mean, and the Holy
He did invent potatoes.
Oh my God.
Lone Wolf, thank you for the 10. Reminds me of the Stargate episode 1 where TLC was asked why they were helping. His response was the strong should always protect the weak. Simple moral message.
Oh.
Oh, that
Yes,
was back on
although
our
that
messaging, yeah.
that is the same moral message which has now been subverted in this, that, oh, I'm weak, that means you need to protect me. That means you need to give me things. That is then the weak persecuting the strong, because I've claimed that I'm a victim, so now you owe me everything you have, so that we can be lifted up to be level. So you do end up with oppression by the weak under that kind of rule, which is why I think it's more that the weak don't deserve protecting. It's more like you deserve being protected due to your actions. So if you're just weak and you just like revel in it, then you deserve nothing. But if you try, then that's probably
Like
if you're
Ashley
trying
from
not to
Resident
be
Evil
weak.
4.
Yeah, well, the virtue is in struggle. So anything easy, nobody values. But if somebody has tried really hard,
You can respect that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't even matter if they actually succeed at it. As long as you know they've really tried their best. This is literally the best they can do. Then you'd be like, oh, okay,
Well,
fair
it's-
play all the same.
It's like the idea of like a community. Everyone has a role to play. You do your role so that it works symbiotically together. And if you feel like you deserve everything and just sit and be lazy, that's not how people survive in groups. So
Yeah, and I think there's a lot now of because they look at sort of the oppressor and the oppressed. Anybody who is weak is deemed to be good, and therefore the person doing something to the weak person must be the villain. And it's like, no, they might deserve it. They might actually deserve what's happening to them because they may have done something horrific. Whereas it's like, well, I can't do anything horrific because I'm weak. Like, doesn't mean you can't be evil.
untrue. Unfreaking true. So
It's true. Carlos, thank you for the 5. Hola, hail to the panel and to Saucy Saturdays. I'm just curious, are you just Italian Wicked or are you mixed? I'm mixed. Italian, Puerto Rican, and Irish.
or as Disparu says, American.
American, which I
Mhm.
am American, but my
Yeah,
heritage.
She's American mixed with a hint of delusion.
He makes fun of me because I'm poor and I've never been to Italy. I mean,
Well, no,
I grew up poor. I'm saying. I'm
I
not-
was just asking, what is actually Italian about you? And one of the questions was, have you ever been to Italy? Have you
Or
ever been to Ireland?
genetics.
My genetics, yeah. Because no, I have half siblings, and because
Yeah,
my
like,
mom's
we
Italian.
looked at my DNA and it was just pasta.
No, I mean my half siblings, they're all like white as heck because we don't have the same mom. So my mom's Italian genes made me and my brother just like olive skinned and dark features, just like X-rays Asian.
They
Yeah.
take shots of olive oil.
Well, if I've
They get
been
offended
to
at pizza.
if I've been to Italy, does that make me more Italian than Wicked according to your
Probably.
standards?
Well,
Which
I
is
guess
wouldn't say
so.
either of you were Italian. That's just...
Hey, I'm married
Italian-
to an Italian.
American.
What? He's Canadian. This is... He'd be in the Italian military if he was Italian. I do actually think there's something to that of because obviously there's an element of genetics, and obviously I'm joking when I do that to a degree, but I do think there is something about you belong to the nation you would fight for.
Sorry.
So like
Okay, yeah.
Mark is Canadian
Maybe
because
just squeak
he's
like that.
he would literally die in the American military for Canada.
Yeah.
He wouldn't fight for Italy.
Are you cheddar?
Well, I mean, if she'd do the splits on me, I'd say yes.
That's a good
Could I
one.
get an Olympic gymnast?
Damn.
That goes with everything. Thank you so much, Dan, for that.
Wow.
If the answer comes with a free Olympic gymnast, sure.
He's like, forget the cheese. I want.
Dang. I
Well,
was so
you did
shocked.
hear about I can't. It wasn't this Olympics. I think it was the previous Olympics. They literally banned
Oh, there's a
the
sex ban
Olympians. But yeah,
because of the COVID. Whereas this year they brought out
But-
600,000 condoms to distribute to the athletes.
you know what they did though? The way they tried to ban that and make sure it didn't happen. They made the beds so that
Out
they
of
could only
cardboard.
support the weight of one person. Like they made them out of like cardboard and stuff. And so if two people were on it, it would collapse. And like, yeah, but they just do it on the floor. I don't know who thought of this, but you haven't really stopped anything. And it kind of makes sense when you literally have sort of the peak of humanity from around the world. It's like, obviously. And I'm not sure we should be stopping that. We could be making superhumans. That's what we need. Every time the Olympians get together, we need to make as many superhumans as possible.
Make the
All of
babies!
them
They
should
need
come
to
out
make
knocked up by the
babies.
end of it.
And they also need to wear. What did you say? They need to come back cloaks. They need to wear cloaks.
Yes,
Wait, no, yeah,
they
you did
can
say that.
bang in a cloak so the baby is used to the fashion at the time.
Oh my
And then we can breed Olympian superhumans from around the world.
I let you another one.
Dispariz. I like that. I like that a lot.
It's a
Well,
good one.
this is the whole thing. It's like, I think it's a good plan. That if a woman goes to the
He's
Olympics,
like, it's foolproof.
yeah, then she just comes back pregnant. Because she's got 4 years, right? That's plenty of time to have a kid and then practice again.
And get back in shape.
Well,
yeah.
the only one I wouldn't want to do
Get
that
back
for is
on the
probably
horse,
like
as they say, next year.
as long as they're of age, okay? Because I know some of those gymnasts are underage.
I mean, they're all
like
stallions.
16.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd even complain because
Because
it's
they're all
literally the peak of
stallions.
humanity, right? This is why so many of them are so attractive, because attractive people do have better genes. You don't get that many ugly Olympians.
My favorite Olympic team is the diving. Their last names are
Oh, who
Long
was it?
Wang.
Jason Statham used to be a professional diver. I found that out the other day.
I
Yeah, there's a
didn't know
video of
that.
him diving. I could probably get that.
What? That's actually really cool.
Hmm.
It is because
She's
I think
Googling
he
it.
is
I
one of
hear
the people where what was it? He actually knows all the martial arts and stuff, which is how he got into the action thing in the first place.
They're divers, Lance. Not that pole vaulter. I would want to call him the pole fighter. No.
They never fall on his face.
Oh.
Jason, thank you for another 5. At least you don't have a picture of yourself as a little boy in a powder blue safari suit, Disprove. Sadly, I do. My brother has it.
Can,
I'm not
can
sure what
we
a
find? Can
safari
you
suit
post it,
is.
please?
Yeah.
When you say like a safari, I imagine sort of going out in Africa after like hunting.
Let's see. A safari suit. Why would you wear a powdered blue safari suit? It just makes no sense. Were you wearing it at a wedding or something?
Was it a theme?
Okay,
Me-
so I've looked up safari suit, and it just seems to be a shirt. It's not even
What,
a
like
suit.
a- like a
I
Hawaiian
think a
shirt,
suit has to have a
kind of?
jacket. These don't even have jackets.
What's
confused.
Trap? What's up, ABC? Just finished watching Trap. It was
Oh, it's M.
garbage.
Night
How come
Shyamalan's movie.
Oh, how come you're not out writing with the
Wow.
rest of the UK? Did you watch it or no?
I haven't. I've
watched it.
heard people go, it's a good idea with a bad implementation, which is kind of M. Night Shyamalan's specialty.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
have seen the trailer of it, and I thought the trailer looked interesting, so I did want to see it, and then everyone was like, "No, it's not actually that good."
I gotta put my banana on my. I keep forgetting. I have the same one
Okay.
X-ray has. Let me grab it.
I'll read some super chats while you're doing that. Dave Chandler for 5 says, we found an old photo of me about 8 years old in a white shirt, dress pants, and shoes and a black tie. My sister-in-law said I look like a Mormon. Wow.
You look like Shadiversity.
Shad's cool. So
I like how he doesn't wear that. He just comes along in a full suit of armor,
yeah.
trying to tell you the
So
word of
cool.
God. Like, he's just like with a sword in armor. It's like actually, you look cooler than last people that came around to try it.
You
Alright, I'm
can't
gonna
even
see
see the
it.
banana. Oh, there we go. Yay.
See, she's got bananas everywhere to try and trip up fat people that come in her house.
I leave the
guess
peel when I eat them. I just leave the peel so they fall like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Because I
like-
mean, when I used to play Smash Brothers, whenever Donkey Kong would slip on the banana, I would just crack up.
it's
Big
so
guy,
funny,
big
right?
thing. It's so funny. When big people fall, it's funny.
So in Mario Kart, you're like, I'll play with you, but only if you play a fat character.
You got to be Waluigi or I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Ian so forth with 50 British pounds. Proper money. I said he was the first Long Wang not to make the podium.
The thing is, there was a guy with that name at the Olympics. I saw
There was.
pictures of it.
There was two guys. There's two guys. It was a team. I have the picture.
Of course you do.
Obviously, I commented.
You're like, yeah, I had to save Long One.
I
There you
am
go.
very pleased to see they're respecting the use of all pronouns at the Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
even mine, Long and Wang. And look, that 9 inches, 9 inches, 9 inches, 8.5 inches, 9 inches. I'm kidding. Oh,
was
Well,
gonna
I
wait
mean,
for a
obviously,
second.
depending on temperature, there's going to be a bit of variance.
I know. They were judging the length.
He's yelling at us.
Yeah, one's girth.
Thanks, Ian.
Thank you.
Oh.
Stephen De Leon, member for 3 months. Thank you. I've got a guest suggestion. Little Platoon and Robert Mayer Burnett are good fits, but plus both are fun when they drink.
Oh my god,
I've not
I
seen
love.
Robert Meyer Burnett drink.
Oh, he is so funny.
I
He's
don't think
a
I've seen
little
Little Platoon drink either. Actually, now I think of
boisterous.
it.
I assume that Little Platoon is just drunk all the time because he's British.
And we are known for our binge drinking.
I'm surprised he
Mhm.
didn't say that would be
I-
Scottish. 'Cause that's usually his
No,
thing
we're all
there.
known for our binge drinking. It's
Yeah.
always been a thing. I think
That and the
I think at one
Irish.
point somebody banned us. Was it Ibiza? Banned us because we just drank all the time and we ruined the
Oh.
like the locals got annoyed.
We were degenerates, so they just banned
Bye.
us. We'll add them to the
That's
list.
all the
Stephen.
English
Thank
do.
you.
We go abroad, drink, and get sunburns. That is basically our holidays.
I like it.
Hey,
Those are my
actually-
types of holidays.
You actually do get English people that will go abroad to like Spain or Portugal or something, and then just sit in the pub for 2 weeks and then come home.
What a
Like their idea of a
vacation.
great holiday. Well, also it's like you go
it's
abroad
not
because then
sunny
it's
over
cheap
there.
booze because they don't have the tax on it.
Oh.
Hey. Hi, gatekeeper.
Hi, thank you for the 10. Just stop by to show some love. Hail X-Ray and my guy Disparu. Shout out Psychotic Mongoose, Gothics, Epic Mike, and Gary.
I
Thank
love that you shout out Psychotic Mongoose.
He's always hanging out. Psychotic
Yes.
Mongoose is the
My
Because
favorite
he did on
clipper.
FNT as well.
yes.
I remember because I suddenly heard like Epic Mike's name. It was like out of nowhere. It was like,
Epic
oh,
Meek.
yeah.
Jason Webster, thank you for the 5. I have enjoyed the swimming, BMX racing, kayak, and canoe races, football and gymnastics at the 2024 Olympics. Yeah, I'm not watching. I've never been big on the Olympics, but right off the bat, it was no.
Oh
just
my
no
god. I
for
love
me. It was a no
like,
from me.
a no from me,
the
Bob.
gymnastics bars, the beam, and the dances are like one of my favorites. I also really like swimming.
I used to like.
Oh,
ice
and rock
skating.
climbing. You guys should watch rock climbing. It's actually quite elegant watching them climb things because I'm like, I could never do that. I'm too fat.
It was funny watching them try and swim in the Seine River because
Oh,
it's
God,
just
no.
brown. It's just a brown river.
No,
Nobody
you'll
wants to
come out
dive
with
in
like
that
a third
thing.
leg.
All the people there were joking that I hope I can fight off E. coli and stuff this week. They all knew they were going to get it.
Which one do you think is worse, the Seine or what's the one in London called again?
Oh, the Thames.
The Thames. Ooh, both look equally gross. I don't know about smell, but
I think the Seine would be worse because they've been trying to clean it for months and they weren't able to. So that seems to be worse.
well, there we
Wow.
go. Or the Seine. Sorry, Enoch.
I'm not French. If I was, well,
We
If it
already know
was, it'd
how
be
you
miserable.
feel about it.
But-
Just gonna say something like that.
yeah, because it's French and I'm English, it's almost like my duty to get everything French wrong.
I understand. Jason for 2. Looking forward
It's
to
like their
sports
capital
climbing and
champagne.
cycling.
Ooh.
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 Ian, thank you for that 50 pounds. You know what?
Proper.
Saucy.
Sure, she.
I can just imagine
Sure,
Disbrew sitting laughing while it's watching a 3-hour video called Stare Tragedy. He's
Well,
already laughing. Just the
The
name.
thing was, I may not watched it for 3 hours, but I definitely watched it multiple times. The thing is, I've seen that video come around in my feed. It comes around like every couple of months. And every time it comes around, I also again watch it again for a few times. So eventually I will probably have watched it for 3 hours.
He'd be like, oh, shoot, I better watch some puppy videos to even out this. Well, or cats. I don't know. You watch a lot. Lucifer the Doberman member for 3 months. Thank you. It's 30 degrees Celsius and 80% humidity on Vancouver Island. Hope everyone's staying cool and hydrated. Yeah, I have my fan. I've been having issues with my AC, but I'm kind of like used to it now. I got to get it fixed again.
Is
but-
it again? Oh, God. You
It
have the
always-
worst
it-
luck.
I do. So what I'm gonna do is actually get someone myself and then have the landlord take it out of the rent because whoever he sends is not doing it proper. So I'm gonna pay to have someone do it proper. It's always 75 in here right now, which isn't that bad because I normally keep it on like 71, 72. But when I stream, I put it down lower because my PC kicks off so much heat. So that's why I'm glad I have this fan. But yeah, it's just annoying. It gets
That's the issue. It's the issue I'm in with all the lights, the monitor, computer.
Oh my God.
Even though it's colder outside, this room never cools down. So
Yeah,
If it's hot
I
in the day, I
can't
still do it.
stream with the door closed anymore because my PC was overheating.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
See, mine. So before I moved over the winter, I would close the vents and have no heat coming into that room because my PC heated it up enough. Like I didn't want any heat. It was
that's
so
what I
hot.
do in the winter. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, see, these things are beasts, little
Mhm.
radiators.
I love it.
Well,
Well,
they're
they get to
essentially
90
electric-
degrees Celsius.
They're essentially electric heaters. They
Right
are
now.
100% efficient in turning it into heat. So
Mm-hmm.
it is just having a permanently on electric heater in your room.
It's actually not that bad here right now. It's for Florida. Other people be like, "What are you talking about?" It's
Oh my
only
God.
80. It's 83 Fahrenheit right now.
This is why when
83
Lady
is
G was like,
great.
"Oh my god, it's so horrific! I've not had AC for 7 hours." I'm like, "Yeah, now you know what it's like to be me. I'm not gonna pity you when you've not had AC for 7 hours."
7 hours is dealable, and if you're smart, you'd go somewhere else that's not home, so you don't have to live in it.
Emilio, the kid's fan is a guy with one of those giant palms fanning her. Yes, and he also peels grapes for me.
Is he there right now? No, I'm kidding.
I've never understood why anyone would want grapes peeled in the first
I
place.
don't know.
It's
It's
like
too
you
much
really-
effort.
It's just like, yeah,
I think
this is
that's the
just because I
point.
can at this point.
It's like the celebrities are like, I want a bowl of M&Ms with just the red ones. What's the difference? There's
I
no
want rose
difference.
petals down my toilet. Why? You don't even look at it. What's the point?
Just
I've
to
never
be difficult.
actually turning his milk into cheese.
Hey, I'm hoping it attracts a gymnast. I just come
Oh
down
my
one day and it's just like
God.
spread eagles across
I
the
think-
floor.
I've
I'm like,
never
I knew it
actually
would
had a
happen.
peeled
It's
grape.
like a magic summoning ritual.
Disper just buys wheels of cheese and hopes that a gymnast appears.
Yes.
Yeah, out of his
It's
window,
like leaving gold around for a leprechaun.
he
You
puts
just
a
hope-
fan. He opens it up and puts it out the window with a fan, just blowing the
One
cheese.
day.
I'm trying to
One
create a
day she
men's
will
version of
come.
the occult. Instead of summoning demons, it summons like Olympic champions.
next
Like,
time they
look,
do
somebody's
another
got to breed with them, otherwise their genes will go
Oh,
to
I've
waste.
done this
This
like
is
that.
what I mean. This is why they need to get pregnant while they're there.
Forgot to turn my light on. I was wondering why my background looked so dim. I got a new light and I forgot to turn it
Cool.
on.
That looks
I was
actually
wondering
really
if that
nice.
was new or whether
It
I
was
just.
a sale. I love a good sale.
I have been known not to notice very obvious things. Like, I worked at this place for 18 months, and then somebody started talking about a statue. What statue?
You're standing
One
next
outside?
to it.
I'd walk past that statue every day, twice a day, for 18 months. Never seen it. So now I was like,
Typical guy.
should I comment that I've never seen that light before, or just that made me look stupid?
Can you
I'm just not gonna
imagine
say
18
anything.
months later, Like, did you guys notice that statue there has been like,
I
yes.
never paid attention to it because it wasn't important. I walked past it, so I never noticed it. Like, people have a go at me. They're like, you ignored me. It's like, no, I didn't. I never saw you. It's like, you looked right at me. It's like, no, I didn't. My face may have pointed in your direction, but I didn't look at you.
Was it a church and was the statue Jesus?
Well, it was a military thing, so it was kind of pride of place, like World War kind of statue. Like, it's very obvious at the time. Nothing.
Special.
Stephen,
I just hyper focus on one thing at a time.
Dispute, please hold.
Sorry, I was
Please
Stephen,
hold.
It's not my fault that you're interrupting me.
Well, you pause sometimes, so I feel like it's good. It's a good time, and then you keep going. Hey, everybody, calm down. Stephen De Leon, thank you for the $5.
Just because your aircon isn't working.
Hey,
Sassafras.
he doesn't have his milk today, so he's.
It's true.
It's true. You can tell when he doesn't have his milk. You must choose one to watch the rest of your life. Willow, Batwoman, Boba Fett, Acolyte.
Willow. Like, unironically. There is more Batwoman, but Willow, you can still get some genuine entertainment out of Willow.
Did I watch Boba Fett? That's what
I didn't watch Boba
yeah,
Fett.
I think I
or
watched
Willow,
Boba Fett.
or Batwoman.
That's the only one that I watched out of all these.
There was
They
like
all
three.
suck.
If you want variety,
all
there was like
sucked.
3 seasons or something of Batwoman, and about 22 episodes each. So you would have
Okay.
more to watch.
I would do that then, because that's why I chose Game of Thrones. If I had to choose one show for the rest of my life, that's a lot of content to watch. Like, a
Yeah, the
lot.
rest just have, I think, 8 episodes each.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I
But
guess
on the
I'll
other
go-
hand,
I'll
there
go-
is
I'll-
3
I'll go with
seasons of
Batwoman, sure, whatever.
Batwoman.
I didn't see that one though.
I think this is why it kind of like has lost his mind over the course of it, because there was just so much all the time, and they just kept renewing.
He slowly
it.
went mad. Dave Chandler, you're the 5. I got chased by geese at Mount Vernon, George Washington's home. They still keep it as a functioning farm. My friends and I were scarred for life. Oof,
Yeah,
it's
they're
scary.
vicious.
Now X-rays turned him into a rum bottle.
Huh?
And we
Oh.
already forgot the start of the stream. She showed us
Yeah.
a head.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, it's right here. I forgot
Oh,
about
there
him.
you go. It's right in front of her. She'd
Right
already
here.
forgotten about it.
Haru Kami, thank you for the £5. And you can't hurt Scotland's national animal, unicorns.
That is true.
Is it really?
They were asked to vote, right? There's a few things. So,
Ian.
the what was it? The lifeguards asked the people to vote on the name for their new boat. So what one was Boaty McBoatface.
Oh my
And then
god.
I think everyone had decided, okay, we're never going to do that again. That's a stupid
Bodie
thing to do.
McBoatface.
So they asked the Scottish what they wanted as their national animal, and they came back with unicorn. And I think everyone else in the world went, wait, you can do that? You can just come back with mythical animals that don't exist?
If that's the case, what would I want as
Yeah.
like my national animal?
So why have a boring real one when you can just literally have one out of fantasy?
I don't
I
know.
know. It's
You could
hard
have,
to
like,
pick if you could do a
Cerberus.
fantasy one.
I mean, to be fair, the Welsh did put a dragon on
Oh,
their flag,
direwolf.
so,
That's
you
a good
know.
one. Griffin, another good one. Dragon. Oh
Even
yeah,
that
can you
was-
have a
why-
dragon?
Why stick it direwolf? Why not like have like a super direwolf that can fly with a cape?
Super Saiyan
Aw.
direwolf.
I want a
Yeah,
hippogriff.
like fire laser beams out of its eyes. Go what? If we could just make stuff up, go all out.
I want a
being ridden by a
hippogriff.
squirrel.
That was years before, to be fair. Wait, so is it still a unicorn?
Well, that just makes the lifeboat people even more stupid. If they've watched Scotland choose a unicorn and then still go vote for our name,
You choose.
they were
the
hoping it'd be
sprue?
something like Churchill. And no, Mr. Boaty McBoatface.
Boaty McBoatface.
Vimaran, thank you for the 2. Wicked's DNA is fusilli pasta with Irish cheese. What about the Puerto Rican?
Ooh.
We need some rice or some pasta
a gymnast
in
on it.
there. Eating a pastelillo. That gives every mix right in there with the American flag.
Oh, now I want pasta. Oh, but
Just
my
an
favorite,
eagle watching her going, when she leaves, I'm eating that as well.
my favorite pasta is the angel hair. What's all
Really,
yours?
I don't like angel hair pasta. Really, it depends on what it's
Or
with. But if I'm having like,
bow
I've
if
never
I'm
even
ha-
heard of angel hair
It's
pasta.
very
She
it's
just sounded
thin
like
spaghetti,
a demon. I want to eat
very-
an angel's face.
it's very, very, very thin spaghetti.
Yes, and it's very good.
I like
I like
thin spaghetti. I don't like thick. I like thin spaghetti. I'm not really angel hair if it's like a side mixed with maybe some kind of like cheese sauce.
Have you seen that video of the guy pissing off Italians?
How
No.
He goes
so?
to Italy and he was like eating spaghetti, but he was like, so he got some scissors and he'd like cut under the fork. and eat it.
No.
Or he'd have like their drink and he'd start putting ice in it and people would run over. He made a pizza and started putting ketchup on. They'd run over to stop him.
Oh God, no. That's worse than pineapple on pizza in Italy.
It's disgusting. I would have to go with just like regular thin spaghetti or penne, but I like cheese, so like ravioli. Yeah. I mean, I like all pasta really. Ian makes a good point. Angel hair pasta is rice noodles. It kind of is. It's very thin.
Oh yes. Both are good though. Ugh, no, I want pasta. I haven't had pasta in so long.
I had ravioli for dinner. It was very
Mm.
good with meat sauce. Sneaky Singy, thank you for gifting 5 memberships.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Saucy.
There you go.
Sure, she.
Sure, she. We kind of turn into when we try to imitate him saying saucy. We kind of turn into Sean Connery. Sure, she.
A little
I
bit.
don't know if we do.
not stirred.
Sure, she.
Oh no, if we're gonna do this again, everyone's gonna leave. Dave Chandler, thank you for the 10. I think the dynamic that draws me to the show is simple. If
David
this Brew
Chandler.
says something naughty, actually goes, oh no, he didn't, and Wicked just sits there and wonders how the show went so far.
She's desperately trying to make this professional.
Facts. Facts.
or I have no idea what they're talking about, and I'm pretending
Like-
I'm just like, yeah, sure.
I cannot wait one day for us to be together in person and see how that goes because it's going to be one hell of a show.
It is.
So this is him. First, he like
Every single
turn the sound off. First, he like snaps the pasta, like the spaghetti. That guy gets annoyed.
No.
Then he starts dunking
Is he in
something in
Italy?
tea or something. Yeah, he's in Italy.
Oh no.
And the guy in the back is like, "What on earth are you doing?"
Shoot him. What if we just
So he start. I don't even know what this is. He's putting like cheese on
Parmesan
something.
cheese?
Parmesan. Oh,
Yeah, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh,
no!
this is it. He's got an espresso and he's about to put water in it, and the guy's like,
That's an
"What?"
Americano. Oh my god.
Yes, but
Well,
you know
they're in
what
Italy.
Italians call an Americano?
What?
Dirty water.
Americano's
To
I
them,
have
you've
no
just
idea.
I don't
ruined
want my coffee
espresso.
watered down. That's stupid. I don't want
To
my
be
coffee
fair,
watered down.
Espresso in Italy just tastes so much better.
Remember the espresso
Starbucks.
from that hotel we were at? It was really good. We got hyper a sec.
Well, Starbucks went over to Italy and failed. Like, they just couldn't break into it. They spent a fortune, couldn't get in.
why would
Just
they
because
even
they like
try?
their sort of little niche, family-run, one-off coffee shops.
And they're so cheap
Look
too.
at
Like,
it.
oh no. Oh no, that guy's like,
It's
oh
got-
no.
He needs to be kicked out, is what he's saying. Like,
oh yeah, this is
No.
the ketchup on pizza.
Oh.
Look, watching in the background.
you know what this pizza needs? Cold
It's like, hang
tomato.
on, is there something wrong with the pizza? Like, you don't need to do that.
Oh, did he just get hit?
He's putting ice in the wine.
Oh no. Oh
Because
no.
it's warm. It says it's like warm wine. Yeah, bro, it's meant to be hot.
Oh my god. I will say there in Vietnam we do that because it does get too hot. Oh my god. He made the pizza into a taco.
Well, you take a slice and eat it. That's like in a New York way, but the whole freaking pizza. That's funny.
What do we call it? Calzone, when you fold over a pizza.
Yeah, and cook it. Well, it's purposely done that way versus just
Wait,
eating
yeah,
it.
but
Like,
it's just a fold it over pizza.
I love a calzone. Or we
Have you
call
ever
it
had a pizza?
panzerotti too.
Have you ever had a stromboli?
Yes.
Good.
From a place called Stromboli, yes. But it's probably not the same. Like it's a very fast food restaurant.
Sounds like
type.
somebody's someone like attacked you with a trombone.
No, stromboli is kind of like a calzone, but without the ricotta cheese in it.
Ricotta.
Don't look at me like that, Disparu.
Ricotta.
Market reality.
I don't. There's something about this seems really dodgy.
I don't trust the Stromboli
It's like
sketch.
it's a pizza, but it's called a Stromboli. It's like, what? Is this some kind of mafia thing?
They're good. I'll make one and put it on my food channel. Show you how it's done.
So it's like you have to get Mamma Mia as you eat it.
I will, just for you. Like, that's a spicy Stromboli.
There's just a fat guy falls over a banana peel in the background.
Marker Reality, thank you for the 50. There's a difference between ethnicity and nationality. So heritage versus the nation you're from. Disparu is from an old world nation where the nationality and ethnicity are generally the same. New world nations, that's just where you're from.
We're
weird
in the
thing is-
new world nations.
Like I say, I am kind of exaggerating it more than anything else. Obviously, if your parents
Thank you, Mark.
If your parents
True.
are Italian and you're happy to be, then yes, fair enough. You know, but the thing is with Americans, they take it way too far. Like if you need a DNA test, you're not of that nation. Oh, I'm 1% Russian. It's like, no, you're not. It's like, you have no ties to it at all. You didn't even know it in your family tree. So there is a cutoff point. There has to be.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That's why. So, like I said, so my mom has family that are from Ireland and Italy. My dad has family that are from Puerto Rico. Like my grandpa, I seen a picture of him and he looks like he's straight off the boat, like so freaking dark. On my dad's side, the Puerto Rican one, he looks like he's Dominican or something. Like, oh, he's very dark and yeah, and he hardly spoke English. I didn't meet him though. So I mean, like that's where the look features come from. But technically, I mean, not technically, I am, if you want to go with percentage, mostly Irish because my dad's Irish and so is my mom, but she was raised heavily in an Italian environment, so was I. So that's why I get more of the Italian like mannerisms because I was raised by my mom.
brought up on shots of olive oil.
Ew.
Ew.
No, shots of espresso.
See, this is
Come
why
on.
you're not Italian. Italian people drink shots of olive oil. Yes.
I do
I
it
love
for
olive oil.
keto.
I
I don't
dip
like it.
I dip my bread in olive oil.
Now, admittedly, your olive oil probably isn't as good as the stuff over there, but they are really into it.
I want to get some imported from Italy. I've gotten candy imported from Italy. Oh, it's so different, so much better, so much less sugar. It's very good.
Let's just go
Anyways,
to Italy.
I really want to go. We'll do Italy.
I'll
when we
meet you
do
at the pub,
Ireland.
Disparu. In Italy, because that's how British
Yeah.
people vacation.
Oh, if you wanted to meet in Italy, I could get to Italy easy enough.
Oh,
Let's do
I thought you wanted to go
it
to
one day.
Ireland, though, because they have Guinness.
do.
I've never had Guinness.
we can do both.
Oh,
Saucy
we did. Yeah.
road trip. But
Yes.
Trey's gonna drive. Are you
I
okay
mean,
with
it'd be
that,
more
Disparu?
flying, though, wouldn't it? Unless you're planning on driving through France, I suppose.
So you have to drive. So to go, to drive.
Yeah, you
from-
could
through
stop in,
France
like,
from,
Germany. This is the advantage of Europe. You can cross multiple borders.
Without having
Easily.
to show anything. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and yeah, but what I mean is, it's like you can drive for a few hours and you're in a different country, so it's not a big a deal.
I know.
Wait, so
Whereas,
you've literally never had Guinness. Even I've had Guinness. I feel like it'd be
No,
better where you are.
I've never had Guinness from Ireland.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
they
Guinness
do
from
say it's
Ireland
different
just
over
tastes
there.
so
It hits different? I'm
good.
sure
it
it
does
does.
hit different.
Like, I'm not a fan. Like, I mean, my tastes have changed since I last had it. It was a long time ago since I even tried it. I
we're gonna
didn't
pick you
like
up
it,
on
but
the
everyone
Flying
says you've never
Buffalo.
had Guinness until you've had it in Ireland.
I
And
wanna
then I think
try.
some Irish people have said because it doesn't have the preservatives and crap in it.
Yeah. Well, don't
Because the Irish
remember,
just drink it
Ian,
too fast.
We're gonna pick up Disparu on the Flying Buffalo, and then we're gonna stop and get you.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure you wear your kilt.
And Disparu has to wear a
Ian.
bow tie.
I'm gonna wear a bow tie.
Yeah.
I'm not. What's his name? Matt Smith. Bow ties are cool, and I wouldn't know they're not. They never
They
will
are.
be.
It could
They're
be.
not.
We
No.
could make them cool. I'll make you a saucy bow tie with a little whiskey pin in the
Whiskey
center.
on one side and a wine on the other.
Yeah,
I mean, if
there
it was
you
a
go.
saucy bow tie, it would literally have to be ski whiff deliberately. You're like, oh no, I'm too pissed for this. You just tied it drunk. It's like up here.
Bimran, thank you for this 2 Swiss. I used to watch archery, but it's hit or miss nowadays. That's a good one. You
Wow.
got just through with that one. If you
Mhm.
flying Buffalo BS me, I'm going to be displeased.
Exactly.
Ooh.
They've lied to
Sorry.
you.
Hey,
Just like
you don't
Wicked
know.
doesn't actually have fat people falling over inside her apartment.
No, but I mean, I'm in Florida. There's fat people. There's a lot
That's
of fat
true.
people over.
She
There's
just has
plenty of
to
people I
walk
can trip up
outside.
outside.
She's just like dropping banana peels everywhere.
You know, like the
She
scene
actually
in
owns a
Big
grocery
Daddy?
store just for it.
You know the scene in Big Daddy when he throws sticks to make the skaters fall. That's me. I just go outside. Fat people fall. I'm just kidding.
You like always get the tallest floor in a hotel just so you can like throw them out from a height. You get more distance that way.
That sounds like
And
murder.
then just set
I'm
up a
not trying to kill
camera
people.
and watch the carnage. They'll never know it was me.
Jason Webster, thank you for the 5. The gymnastics with the battered salves, Chico Roll, Party Day, and Hello Boys. Just type in HG and Roy call gymnastics in YouTube search.
I only know when you say battered salves, that just reminds me of like a battered saveloy, which would be a sausage. You can
Which would
get
be a
that over
sausage.
here. I don't know the rest.
I'm
I don't
so
either.
confused.
Hey, it's a traditional English thing in fish and chip shops to always batty a sausage.
Traditional English. There we go.
Especially if it's a large sausage. They give you a choice. Do you want a large sausage or a small one? Battered.
Always go with the.
Yeah, always
Anyways.
batter the large sausage. If you're gonna do a chop, do it properly.
Yes.
They do put salt and vinegar on it though. Well, yeah,
For taste.
personal preference.
Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. Disbrew got himself stuck in the disbrew. Happens to all of us.
I'm not even sure what this is referring to. Where somehow I made myself wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I don't
see
know.
that.
Sometimes you
I
just
think
have
when
brain
you-
freeze. You're like, hang on, there's something I need to remember, but I can't remember
This
what
is some dispercuception.
it was.
Perpetually waiting for yourself.
It's like the battered sausage. It must go deeper.
Oh.
That's what they say in Inception.
Oh yes, they do.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
need to keep going down like deeper into the next level every time.
mhm.
Yeah.
Andrew Matthews, thank you for the 2 pounds.
Like we can't go any deeper. It's dangerous.
Unicorn, the other weight me.
Can you?
Very corny as well. That was the thing. They did used to make. I can't remember who it was. Somebody was talking about maybe it was with regards to horse armor, and they did say that they used to give the horses. Might have been Shad actually. Probably was Shad. They used to give the unicorns the horn. Well, they used to give the warrior
The horses.
battle horses the unicorn horn because it would actually do damage in a fight.
It was
war.
Shad. I remember him saying that
Mm.
because
So
we were
unicorns kind
looking
of
at
were
horse armor at that one museum, right?
Well, this was recently because it was in relation to the Rings of Power trailer, but I might have
Oh.
watched this video and heard him say it.
Maybe. I do remember him saying that. Cool. Consistent.
Harokami, thank you for the 10 pounds. This brew,
It's proper
they
money.
they decommissioned HMS Endurance, the RN Antarctic
Yeah.
survey ship. I don't know why I couldn't read. Like I know, whatever.
Well, it is missing a C.
Missing a
but
C, yeah.
my brain
Okay,
also
I'm like,
corrected it.
Okay, survey ship and asked the public what they should call it. They didn't go for Bodie, but the RN put Bodie McBoatface on the boat.
Bodie McBoatface. Love it.
That's cute. I like it.
Yeah, I always remember it was the stupid thing of just never ask the public like what you should name your ship. It's a really
can you buy
bad
my
idea.
pounds?
We have
You
the
have to super chat
internet
that.
now.
God.
The actual name they went for was Sir David Attenborough. Attenborough? Is that how you pronounce it?
Attenborough.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but I think they did vote for Boaty McVokeface, and they were like, we can't call it that. It's like,
Yeah.
well, it did win.
Yeah. Be careful with the internet. I always love when people like Epic Mike was like, I'll shave my head if someone donates, what was it, $500? I'm like, Mike, up
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you got to be careful because
I think as you said no, he was like, oh, I said that number because I thought no one would do it. And someone in chat literally went, no, I was just about to do it. It was like, yeah, have to bear that in mind.
Justin Martin, thank you for the 10. Disbrew is right. Being mostly German myself, it would have been pretty awkward for my grandpa to be fighting in World War II with Wicked's outlook on heritage.
Well.
There we go.
Well, maybe I should say ethnicity then. I don't know.
Well, no, I think there's just because there comes a point where, especially there, how deep do you want to go before you get blamed for everything?
It's like how everyone blames like the white people for slavery in America. You're like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Who do you think sold them to them? Like, it was the most stupid argument ever. It's like, yes, there was a problem with it. Yes, they shouldn't have done it in the first place. I entirely agree with you.
Exactly. Should we talk about SDCC since it's
Yeah.
in the title?
Yeah, we're gonna end with that, guys. Sorry. I was just looking at that. I'm like, we got off topic a bit.
A little off the rails.
So
But-
this is, what is this? San Diego Comic-Con, all the biggest trailers and news.
So
don't-
obviously RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor
Mhm.
Doom.
I didn't go through all of these. I don't know whether it has the Star Trek stuff on it. Because
Oh.
I think the funniest announcement was the Star Trek live action comedy that they're going to do.
I mean, the
from
musical
writer-
was funny enough.
Yeah, but this comedy is it's going to be from the writers of Dear White People.
Oh,
I don't know if you've ever seen the
I've
trailer.
never watched it.
Well, the trailer's as cringe as you probably expect from the title. And this guy, introducing his own series, said, "Oh yeah, the title may make you uncomfortable. You've all been watching it though." And I'm like, hang on, nobody's been watching that show. I don't even know where you've been getting that from.
Is it from the makers of the American Society of Magical?
I don't think so.
Because that would be
No, I think
really
that's a
funny if it was the
different-
same creators.
Same ideology though. Yeah, but for the 7 minutes, they never make one joke that's funny.
Oh.
So that's gonna be hilarious.
Okay.
So who the it's not showing the casting, it just shows this thing flying. Oh, they all come out of it, right? We should let it finish
I
playing.
mean, that's kind of cool way to come
That's
in,
cool.
I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. Okay. Well. So
yeah, I think this is just more like to cover the announcements than anything of.
okay, got
substance.
it. I don't really care about Fantastic Four, to be honest. I like I forget his name. He played Eddie in Stranger Things. He's a pretty good actor, so that's all.
I like Vanessa Kirby.
I don't know who
she's
she
done-
is. What was she?
She's
in?
gonna be invisible. Well, she was in Guardians of the Galaxy. What
Was
else?
she? Who was she in that? Hold on, I gotta look.
She
her up.
was
her name Vanessa
the
what?
mom, the
Oh,
gold mom.
His okay.
Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, when they announced Section 31 for Star Trek, they said it's going to be Guardian of the Galaxy 3 on steroids, which is the exact opposite thing that Section 31 should be. So,
Oh, she was in Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. That's where I remember her from. She's also been in. Oh, she was in Fast and
Fixed.
Furious: Hobbs and Shaw.
I've never seen that. I stopped after 4. I think the Never Ending Runway one was the last one I seen.
Oh, she was also in Mission Impossible: Fallout.
Wait, Gold Mom, was she Star Lord's mom or what was she in?
The wait, was it Guardians of the Galaxy? It's not Star Lord.
Oh, the gold.
The High Priestess of the Sovereign. I don't know, but
the gold. What?
wasn't she the mom to that one young
Star
kid?
Lord?
Not Star Lord. The kid with the weird eyebrows.
I mean, she's an actress. She's probably had multiple roles.
You're right. Oh, you're right. The gold one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Now
forgot
you
his name.
remember.
Now I remember. He did the eyebrows.
The eyebrows. Yeah, I don't know his name, okay, but he has weird eyebrows, but they're just
Yeah, Adam Warlock. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I have really bad recall memory, okay?
Yeah, me too. It's okay. I don't understand. Like, they wanted the hype, right? Just the Robert Downey Jr. hype, but they could have put somebody else for sure. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah, but well, it wouldn't have had the hype. Like, I do think this shortcut's getting the audience back into the cinema, which is what they're hoping for.
Yeah, they just needed a little bit to push them, and people have loved him
As
in
Iron Man. So.
the movies. Like, he is such a like charismatic character. You just can't help but love him, even though he's an a-hole.
In real life.
Yeah. Well, the people have always said, right, if you're
He's
gonna get
bugs.
people will always ask who will be the next Bond, but with him they'd ask who's going to be the next Robert Downey Jr. Like, he became Iron Man rather than him just being a role of Iron Man. He will always be the default Iron Man that people go to.
Well, it's kind of like Wolverine now, I feel like. You think
No, I
he
think
was-
he could be replaced. I think Henry Cavill proved that he could be replaced. I don't think anyone would have cared if Henry Cavill was replacing him in that movie.
Yeah, but I mean, he's so if they brought Hugh Jackman in as somebody else, though, it'd be like he's so well known as Wolverine. I think that's the big thing of Robert Downey Jr. Like he is Iron Man. Like he looks so much. It's like he was made to play that. You know, I don't know. Like the character was made for him. I mean, is he wearing lipstick?
I mean, he's in Hollywood. I
Potentially.
wouldn't be surprised.
They probably
yeah, but
all wear like a little makeup.
The
Okay,
Russo
sorry,
brothers
that
came
just-
back
Sorry. I had to-
because Robert Downey Jr. wanted them to. Like that was one
Yeah.
of his caveats for coming back in the first place. So
Seems like
these
when you
weren't their
make these
first
types
choice.
of deals, it works out in their favor. If they want one, you got to bring them all.
Mm-hmm. And it's probably why they got
Oh.
paid so much. Because if he's like, I'll only come back if they come back, and they
Oh.
really want him.
What's the Fantastic Four first steps?
I have no idea about the Fantastic Four stuff.
Well, why
Like-
can't they just call it
Um,
Fantastic Four and then just leave it at that? But no, they have to add more words in there.
Is this
That looks
them
like
younger?
a really childish poster
That's
as
what
well.
I'm saying. Like I thought it was supposed to be like
That's
a
like it was
kid
made
cartoon.
for CBBS.
Well, like
Yeah.
even just the Marvel section, it looks like those baby blocks.
Yeah, it does.
So are they
Mhm.
going to be children?
Well, doesn't it say in the announcement?
Well, yeah, we've seen who's playing them, and I thought this was maybe like a cartoon. Like this looks like they're gonna have a cartoon of them as babies. That's what I get from this.
Oh, okay.
I guess
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Another alien thing.
It's a
Mhm.
busy time for Alien fan with Romulus hitting theaters soon and a TV series in the works. Don't forget about Rogue Incursion, a promising VR game that got a new trailer at San Diego Comic-Con. It's launching in holiday 2024. Huh. I just want to see it a little bit. I don't know if we'll get like clipped for it. I just want to see a little oop, it's loud. Oh, wait, is
Huh.
this
We
Oh,
can't
it's
hear anything. It's
okay.
fine.
Yeah, it was loud in my ear though. So it's a VR game. I'll probably give it a try. I love Aliens Fireteam Elite, and I guess they're gonna be unless this is it. I don't think this isn't it.
I mean, if
uh,
it's VR, that looks actually really cool.
Yeah, I have a VR. I mean, I don't know. I have to be careful. I'll break something, but you know,
The
I'll try.
problem is that VR is still quite niche, and so generally, if you want like a major title, you would still have it be able to be played without
Not
VR
need
at the same
both,
time.
yeah. Yeah, you do need both.
Which
So
I
it's
mean, look,
saying
just looking at how this
VR.
is, looks like they could make it
Maybe
not
it
VR.
is.
just center the.
I don't know
gun.
though. Yeah.
But there have been decent Alien games. I think whatever it is the horror one where everyone hides.
Isolation.
Alien
yeah.
Isolation. That one's great.
I don't think it did that well on release, but it's people have kind of got into it over time. So
Well,
Yeah,
it's
there's definitely
such a
potential now.
great, like, whoever developed it, like, good story, good mechanics.
Falling Ripley's
and-
daughter.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's a good game. Vampire Lestat is headed for superstardom. Interview with the Vampire second season. Wait, there was a first season? I don't remember that. Close out with Lestat, Sam Reed getting together a band. It looks like the group's going to be the subject of a documentary when the show returns for season 3. Wow,
I mean, just the description sounds awful to me.
yeah, I'm not
why-
interested in that.
That
would
picture
I
looks
want to watch?
awful to me.
Yeah, like not like a hot vampire.
It's
We want
just
hot
his face.
vampires. His face bothers me.
Yes, his face does bother me. I'm sorry.
Oh, here you go.
Uh,
Section 31.
here you
Oh
go.
God. Okay,
It
I
is
love
nothing
Michelle
like
Yeoh.
Section 31.
I love her, but it's just this is too girly. This is
Just
too.
play, go back to the start, and you should be able
It's-
to play the audio because it's literally a couple of seconds, right?
It's
Just
Beyonce.
listen, yeah, but listen to what the music says.
Hold on, I
and
gotta
the moment it says start now, you can stop. It's like literally like 3 seconds. You won't get clipped because I played it.
Here, I'll make it big too.
Ladies, now let's get information.
That's it. Hey ladies, come on, let's get information. It's like that's what this show is. It's going to be the intersectional Guardians of the Galaxy 3 on steroids, comedy, fun, Section 31. None of these descriptors are
It's all
anything like Star Trek.
females.
all females. It
Well,
looks boring.
There's some
Like
very camp people in there as well.
like
yeah.
Michelle Yeoh, it doesn't work for her persona. Like
Well, no, I think it could. But this doesn't. Like, none of this is Section 31. It's not the right tone. That shows nothing about it. Like, she's from Star Trek and says, she's from the Federation and says, I'm here to make sure you don't kill people. The Federation, like, most of the Federation thought Section 31 was a myth. That's how hidden they were. They worked in the shadows. And in this, it's like, it's a really fun ride because we go out and shoot people.
This looks like drag. Lots of drag.
Yeah, it does. Very campy. This actually, it's already. Isn't this already? Oh no, it was a trailer.
I'm disappointed he's not a woman.
I'll probably watch the first episode of this and see if it's like some. It's giving me like mobster gangster movie vibes, right? Well,
Which
it's a
it
show.
should.
Yeah, exactly. I'll give it a try. I mean, that's one little trailer. Now this don't look good, but this it might be okay. Thanks. I hate it. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know this. Oh, just that would be great. Silo. That sounds familiar. I haven't seen anything.
It was
on
an Apple TV thing. A lot of people liked it. I was like, eh. I thought it was very slow. I thought the story was pretty basic, but it did have fans. I think Little Platoon really liked this one, from what I remember.
Really? Okay.
I
haven't
just
watched
thought
anything Apple TV because I don't have it. But I guess
it had a big twist that I thought was like obvious. So I never even knew it was meant to be a twist until other people started calling it such. So I don't know. One on the left, he came into Strange New Worlds as his voice actor playing himself in live action.
What? And
so it came across. This is why I think the live action comedy is going to be cringe, because this is a comedy. And they went for the comedy angle in Strange New Worlds, and it didn't work. But Strange New Worlds is awful as it is.
Orville's better.
Well, yeah, I mean, Strange New Worlds is a bit weird in that it does actually try and go for the idea element of Star Trek, but they just have too much of everything else. It still has all the crap in it of everything else. It's one of those things. It tries to wrap itself in Star Trek, but it just isn't.
A slasher sequel. What's it called? Strutter's in a Violent Nature. I never even heard of the first one.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
I don't know slasher movies though.
It depends. Newer ones, not so much. I'm not super into modern horror because I feel like they rely too heavily on gore and not a well-written story. There's some exceptions, but
oh my god, how is The Walking Dead still going?
Are you serious? What season are they on?
I watched the first season and that was it. I don't even think I finished the first season.
Wait, Daryl has got his own season now?
And Carol. The Book of Carol and Daryl Dixon. What?
They're gonna.
That's on season 2. I didn't even know there was a season 1.
Wow. Okay.
I had heard of. I know it came out and no one covered it. I've still not watched it. The guy that used to walk around shouting "Carl" all the time. He and Roshone had their own mini series.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's why he left, right? He left the series because they were promised him like his own movies and stuff. So he left to do bigger things, and then that just never happened. So now he came back years afterwards with this mini-series, and nobody cared by that point. But he was going to be like their main star.
How did season 1 end? Was that like when he was surrounded, like he had the horse, I think, and he like was surrounded by a bunch of the walking? It's been so long. It's when it was new.
Long ago. I don't remember.
I don't even think that was
the
the
original
finale.
season 1?
Yeah, I watched. I don't remember.
Well, the
if I
original
finished
season
it.
1, I think it ends as they discover that the virus is airborne, isn't it? And
okay, I don't know.
they realize that they've all got it. Is I think how season 1 ends.
Okay, so I think I did what if Mr. E says it's like 6 episodes. I probably did, but that was when it first aired, and I just like.
Oh, you mean of Daryl? Oh, I've not seen.
Yeah,
Daryl.
Oh, Daryl. Oh, no idea.
No. I'm talking about the original Walking Dead. Oh, he might be talking about Daryl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daryl might be 6 episodes. I think the other one's
Okay.
still
I was going to say Walking Dead was like at least 10, wasn't it?
Well, I think back then, series were a long thing.
Maybe even 20. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, you are talking about the main. Yeah. That was like, when was the first season? Like 15 years ago or something?
It was a long time.
Like.
It's
It was a
it's one of the things. It
long
seems
time
like it's been
ago.
there forever.
I was in high school, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But when I fell out of favor with it, they started to going, well, we're not actually a zombie movie. The zombies are just kind of there to give us an environment where we can focus on their feelings and the effect it's having on them. I'm like, that's my problem. I don't care about their feelings. They're not people. They don't exist. Like, the minimum I require to actually care about your feelings is that you physically exist. Otherwise, I want to see you do things that don't happen in the real world, like shoot a zombie in the face.
Here's your first look at Amazon's Like a Dragon Yakuza.
Oh wait, no, I wasn't in high school. 2010.
I don't know
Dang.
anything about this.
I know Mark probably would
It's
like
a game
that.
series.
It's a game.
What's a game?
Yakuza. The Yakuza games are like a huge franchise. So
Yeah, they are. Oh, okay. I probably won't play
October
it, but yeah.
24th. It's
So that's-
Amazon. It's maybe. It could be good. There's potential, but who knows?
The thing with Amazon, though, is I don't think they've made a successful game out of their studio yet. They had New World that was popular for a bit and then died. And they had another game that came out and immediately flopped and they cancelled it before it, like, within days. So, I don't know. They don't have a good track record.
Oh, so I'm going to show us the thumbnail. Chaotic Good. Mortal Kombat 1 is getting a big story expansion along with a new batch of characters pulled from film history. Ghostface, T-1000, and Conan the Barbarian. Oh,
The reason they only show it on YouTube is because then you're logged in, so they know your age.
oh got it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, won't watch it. It's fine. I don't know. I think I might have the newest Mortal Kombat game on Steam, but I didn't download it. I heard the story is garbage.
When everyone said the characters were getting, like, censored and covered up, I'm like, well, what's the point then?
That,
Like,
and I heard that the story is not good.
see that your characters are ugly or that you're covering people up, and then I'm just going to assume that you've made a crap game.
Yeah.
Because I know what your ideology is, and you always make crap stuff.
Oh, thanks, Mark. It's a show, not a game.
I
On
mean, it literally
Amazon.
said the gate.
It said Amazon, yeah. James Gunn's Creature Commandos like some sort of monstrous Suicide Squad. What
Yeah,
is
this is weird. This seems like James Gunn's personal baby that nobody else knows why he wants, but he wanted it.
Oh, it's another show. What's it called? Oh, Creature Commandos. Okay.
Yeah, and it's coming out before Superman.
Really?
Yeah. Nobody knows why. Like, people like me that aren't into the comics had never heard of these people. So you have no name recognition or anything. They just seem to assume that everyone cares about this stuff. It's like, no, you've got to give them a reason to care.
It's
Yeah,
an old
like
comic. Okay.
even one character that can make you at least like it, but who knows?
Well,
God.
the way to do it, you'd start with a main character, and then over your successful movies, you would put in other characters into those, and they
Yeah.
lead into your spin-off shows. I don't know why this is complicated for.
Like Avengers, like they did that well. Start off with Iron Man and then go from there.
He's doing a favor for his brother Sean. Really?
That's
Oh.
not a good reason to make
To make
That
old
is
shows.
not a good reason.
My brother needs a job. it's a terrible
Yeah.
thing. Like, have him
don't
as your
you hire
secretary
him
or something.
then? Yeah, hire him as your assistant. That would probably work out better than you making a show for him.
Solar Opposites. You know what? I haven't had Hulu. I don't remember how many seasons I got into this. It was pretty funny. It was like different, but I can't remember if I got to season 4. Probably not because I got rid of Hulu like over a year ago. Did you watch this, Disprove?
No, just looking at the art style is enough for me not to watch it.
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
not a
pretty funny,
fan.
but
Just
it's
looks
not,
really
like,
basic.
It's like it reminds me of like 90s, like Rocco's Modern Life and stuff like that. That's
Oh,
the
is that
vibe
meant
I
to
get
be
from
another
this.
comedy? Yeah. Again, me and American
He's like, I'm
comedies,
done.
I don't generally watch a lot of American comedies.
What
so-
the heck is this? Adult Swim's
That looks
comics common side effects of
Stupid. I already
diarrhea.
hate it.
I
Yeah.
hate it already. Diarrhea,
Yeah, why is that
paranoia,
meant to be a
and
selling point?
Yeah, what? Not interested. Invincible, interested. I like Invincible.
Yeah,
Hopefully
but it
there's-
launched, season 2 launched in a horrible way. They did the first 4, then they waited for like 3 months, and
do
then
the
launched
second-
the next 4. And it
Mhm.
wasn't even binge when it launched. I'm pretty sure it came out weekly, just with a big gap in the middle. It was like, oh.
Yeah, they should have. You're right. That was stupid. But I'll watch season 3 or sorry 4. It has a
Okay,
new
yeah.
suit and
I didn't
fourth
think it was
season
good
on
as
the
the
way.
first series.
No, the first season was much better. But it's not horrible. I'm interested in it.
I think I was just because I was more interested in the like him versus father dynamic, and the second series had a lot of just random storylines that I wasn't interested in,
Are you
like
guys
the whole guy
excited
with
for
a big
this?
head.
Joy
No.
is coming to Doctor Who this Christmas.
I mean,
No.
it'll make a good video.
So it's he's like, I'm happy.
I'm not even excited to make the video. I'm like, it will make a good video, but
It's probably going to be a while before we see some Disney Plus new Doctor Who spin-off series, but what the heck is that word? Who's that?
now his
Gawata,
correct
Gatawa?
pronunciation is supposed to be shooty.
Oh
but I
my
just call him
God, why would
Cutie.
you spell it like that?
Well,
My
this is right. I'm
goodness.
like, if you're too thick to spell your name properly, I'm going to pronounce it how you've said it, and I'm just going to assume the N is silent.
The F silent, yeah.
Like, I think his name's an IQ test, and he failed.
September 28th. Was this like a horror cartoon? That's what it looks like.
Or
How do you pronounce that? Uzumaki?
I mean, look, all I'm saying is not all tentacles going into mouths are horror movies.
Well, it's coming
I mean,
out.
look,
but
Rebel Moon proved that.
I didn't watch Rebel Moon. Oh, here you go. A new Doctor Who spin-off series is coming
Now,
to Disney
this
Plus.
is weird. I'm not surprised because in the finale, they really tried to make something out of this and the new people. Like, they got a 13-year-old actor, and it was like, if you're selecting a football team and you just got everybody that had never been selected for the team, all the last picks were all the people in this. Like, they had someone, like, the guy couldn't even walk. There was somebody's mom just randomly turned up and she wanted her job. You know, it was all the misfits got together to be part of essentially the supernatural defense force of England. It was bizarre. But I'm not surprised they're making a spin-off of it.
It's not going to do well.
No, because it was like, she's good. The main actress that you saw in that picture, she's decent. Everyone else, no.
Sauron returns in the Rings of Power
Sauron.
season.
His,
How do you pronounce it?
Female twin.
Oh, I pronounced. Okay, I thought I
Sauron?
pronounced it wrong.
Yeah, it was like you could call him
Sauron?
Sarah.
I heard that
It's
too.
like,
I heard that too.
He's the gender swap Sauron.
How do you pronounce it?
Sauron.
Sauron. Oh,
Yeah, but
okay.
it was just because you called him Sarah at first.
Oh, yeah. I almost did say. I see that. I almost said Sarah. Yeah, I don't.
Did you
I don't know
watch any
anything
of
about
it, Wicked?
No, I didn't. So I don't know what's going on.
Well, they're going to make it like Breaking Bad. Celebrimbor is in a bromanced with Sauron after... What was it? Oh, yeah, they were like, is there going to be any representation in this series? Like, well, maybe you've already seen it. And then it turns out they got a bromance.
Wow, sounds riveting. The Boys is getting a prequel series. See, I
Well,
would have been
it's gonna be all
excited
about
about this
Sauron.
2 years ago, but The Boys is crap now. So
Yeah. I mean, they had their
do
Gen
love
V too.
Jensen. Jensen Ackles is so good looking, and he was good as Soldier Boy, but it's gonna be crap because they got to put their messaging into it hardcore. The first season was so good, so good.
But it
This will
just seems
probably
like they've
do
run out
well
of
though.
ideas now. It's
Yeah,
just like, we're going to try and be as weird as possible and call it content.
yeah, it's gonna probably do well though because people like Jensen, and there's still people that like The Boys. So
Well, this was the thing, you weren't supposed to like his character, and then
I
people
don't
liked his
think
character.
they're gonna like him though. Like, he's not a huge draw. Like, people like him, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that he's like star material.
I mean, what
so-
they'll go for, this is the thirst trap villain, because that's what everybody's doing now.
At least
They're
he's good
so
looking
desperate.
and masculine though. Like at least there's that.
Well, yeah, but they're so desperate to get the female audience. Now what every single thing seems to be doing is just the thirst trap villain.
Yeah, it's true. What is this one? Invincible Fight Girl said square up. So this is the shows like My Adventures in Superman,
This
which
is another Adult Swim thing. I
Rick
don't
and
know anything
Morty
about
the
Adult Swim.
anime. There's a Rick and Morty anime coming out.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Wait, is that an Invincible spin-off? Because that looks like the same title
This-
card in the bottom
Hold
left.
on, let's Invincible. It does. Wait, is it? It doesn't say anything.
I mean, they could just be memeing off it, I suppose. It was just that the title
Yeah.
looked similar.
Uh,
Because Invincible isn't mentioned in the actual name, so
Hi, Mike.
maybe they're just taking the piss. It's because her arse showed.
No interest. It looks like it's gonna be another like strong women.
The art is not like enticing to me, but I mean,
No.
No, it's
I
not
mean,
great.
Look at that mess of a villain.
I know.
If that's the villain, I'm out.
it's the gender swapped Oswalda.
Yeah. It takes a lot to get me to watch an animation in the first place. Like, I watched Invincible because everyone was saying how good it was. But normally
Yeah.
I wouldn't have watched it.
The first season was good. Second was not bad, but the first was definitely the best because it was kind of like you weren't ready for that. I remember like, oh, what's this gonna be? And then all of a sudden, boom. A lot more
because
gory and
the first
you know.
episode started a lot like any generic superhero thing.
Yeah.
And then there's the twist at the end. Is like, oh, okay, well, that's all me. So, this is what first episode should do.
There we go. Bow tie.
Well,
Top hat.
I mean, I prefer
Well-
a cape.
You can have a
It's
cape
weird.
as well.
The thing with top hats and everything, you need like the dancing cane and everything, and everyone else needs to do it. Like if I saw it again, it was a video in 1933 London. Everyone in the bowler hats and stuff. It's just like it was a better time.
It was a better time. Bring back
It was a
dresses
civilized
and
time.
bow ties. Maybe. In theory. I don't know.
But
Let
it
me
was.
get some
I mean, everyone was poor as hell, but they were
Oops.
civilized.
to get Disbrew to watch animation, you have to bash his face on the screen.
Or like make it really, really horrific, like Velma.
Oh no.
Oh, I wasn't ready for Velma either. To be fair,
He was not ready. Jesus Davila,
we need a
thank
She-Hulk
you.
animation.
Oh, he would love that. Thank you for getting a membership. And Slosher, thank you for the Canadian 5. Mountain Dew asked the internet to name their new flavor years ago. Austrian painter Little Mustache Man won by a landslide. Really?
Yep. This is why you stop asking the internet to name things.
I
Like
know
this
nothing.
is we should have learned by now.
Wow.
Dave Chandler, thank you for the $2. I love RDJ, but I'm done with the MCU. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are at that point. I like him as an actor, like actually I said. I mean, as a person, maybe not so much, but he's a good actor. And Iron Man,
I just don't.
he's great as Iron Man.
I just don't have any faith in the Russo brothers to make something good. They don't have a good track record. It's like, oh yeah, they used to make stuff. Yeah, a lot of people used to make good stuff. They can't now though. Times have changed. They've changed.
Yep. Market Reality, thank you for the 5. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, like RDJ is Iron Man. Now I dare someone to bring up Green Lantern to Ryan Reynolds. They might get beat up. Yeah, that's true. Justin Martin, thank you for the 20. The theory I want to believe is where RDJ will play an Iron Man variant, but then get replaced by the real Doctor Doom after, hopefully played by Viggo Mortensen. Either way, not holding out much hope for good stories from them.
Nope.
I also hope that if he's going to play a villain, he plays a villain. I don't want any of this. I'm a villain. Oh, but actually somebody took advantage of me, and now I'm a hero, and now I'm going to be Iron Man. I'm like, oh no. You know, if you're going to have him a villain, he should
Just
be a
make them
proper villain.
evil. Pure
He's
evil.
You need to stop him.
Exactly.
That's the way to do it.
J and A's for 5. What version of Gwen does Spider-Man use to write things? Penguin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
It's like the two versions of like what's black and white and red all over, a newspaper. But then you have what's black and white and red all over, a penguin going through a shredder.
Oh,
Or a nun. I've heard
it's even
that one.
worse. Both are bad.
Not in a cheese grater.
Oh no.
Mm,
Most
cheese.
is slack for you brought back the cheese for $4.99. Please watch the AI generated trailer featuring Robert Downey Jr. because why stop at Doctor Doom?
I've
I
seen
love
the
that
poster.
The Downeyverse.
Yeah. And the top two where he's a woman just looks like AAA gaming right now. That's all that is.
Where he's Black Widow. I forgot the other one, but
But that's just like your standard gaming character now. There's like he could have been in Star Wars Outlaws.
Mhm.
Could been in Star Wars out. Yeah, I mean,
Well, he could
I
if you've seen the main
understand-
one of that. It's like, whoa, she could scare off a man at 100 paces.
I understand why, like you said, they're bringing him back and everything, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't know.
I
don't
think
think it's
it'll
gonna
work
say
for a
anything.
movie. I think people will come back to see what it's like because it's Robert Downey Jr. And I think they literally have that one go. I don't think it'll last over to the second one unless the first movie's good.
No, it has to be a banger. Like hit all the marks for someone to go to the second. Because even like Deadpool and Wolverine, like if there was another Deadpool movie after this, I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't watch it.
I mean, I think that would probably be good enough from like how much I liked it, but I agree. Like it had no kind of longevity. It was just fun at the time.
Yeah.
But I think you're looking at they have to do an Infinity War because they have to set up him as the villain. So you are literally looking at setting it up like he's Thanos. It has to be that kind of impression, and you've got to do it in one movie so that he can be the big bad in the second movie.
We'll see.
See what they are. They used to do such a good job in the beginning with building stories. Each movie had a purpose, but now it's just a mess. I don't know how else to describe it. Like they're not really. It doesn't feel like they're building anything. Like they wanted to do the new phase of Marvel, and it's not.
Well,
hitting.
I think that's what they're going for. When he said new mass, same task, I think he meant launch the MCU into success. I think that's what he was referring to.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, just because Deadpool was a winner doesn't mean the other ones will be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have faith. I
Agatha's
had
next.
faith. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like they had Deadpool and then Agatha's next. Like,
good luck.
good luck.
We
yeah.
still have Ironheart.
Yeah, when somebody pointed out she had cornrows in her helmet, I'm like, what is this?
For
I'd not seen her in a movie.
aerodynamics, Disparu.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's like what was it? The Rocketeer. If you've never seen The Rocketeer, that's a good movie. But he has a thing where I think he just can't fly, and like they have to put like a turning thing on his helmet so he can
A
turn
little
for
rudder?
aerodynamics. Yeah, that's at the back of his helmet to turn.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
For the Doberman, they even the Canadian 5. Disney won't get any more of my money until they make a Darth Bane series on Disney Plus. Do you think it would happen?
It's interesting because I do think it's only a matter of time until the Old Republic, and because I like the games, I wanted to see how you get from the Old Republic where there's loads of Jedi and there's loads of Sith to the modern stuff where there's at that time there was like no Jedi and two Sith. And Bane is the connector point of that. So I think if they do the Old Republic, they'd probably want to do Bane. I don't know whether they get that far, though, without running out of money, is the issue. It will definitely be on their radar for things to cover. I think it's inevitable if they do keep going.
If they can keep going, they keep burning their money.
Thank you for the $4.99 Mo. I did see that. They have him as Black Panther, but played like in Tropic Thunder. It's epic.
This is why every time they race swapped a character in Batman Cape Crusader, I just called them Robert Downey Jr. I mean, it works.
It fits.
Doesn't matter whether he's black or white. It's fine.
Ian, thank you for the $19.99. Ryan Reynolds is the most pointless, over-celebrated actor in the world, and no one can come at me because I'm leaving. Ha.
He's like,
Bye.
drops
Ian.
mic, bombs go off, leaves, sleeping like a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still here. You didn't leave, Ian. I see you in the
he had
chat.
to- this is the whole thing. You had to see the reactions.
I like Ryan Reynolds. I do. I know X-Ray really likes Ryan
Ever
Reynolds.
since
That's her celebrity
Blade
crush.
Trinity.
That is her celebrity crush.
I mean, I like him as Deadpool. I can't really
He's a
think
great
of any other
Deadpool.
thing he's really done that
I
I've
remember
cared about.
comedies.
What's the one with
like,
Tara Reid again? That
Is
comedy.
that all he's
It's
ever
so
done?
fun.
Comedies?
Action, but he's always the funny character.
Yeah, I liked him in Just Friends when he wore the fat suit.
That's what it is. Just Friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
with Tara
That
Reid.
wasn't it. Tara Reid's not in it. Her name
which
is.
one was that
she's
one?
another- I forget her name. I don't think she was as popular as Tara Reid, like back.
Oh, he was in
you know,
Free
90s.
Guy. That was awful. I hated that movie.
What was that rom-com then? Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, My Boss's Daughter or something like that. Hold on. No, that was Ashton Kutcher, I think. I don't
Apart
freaking
from
know.
Free Guy, I only know him from the Deadpool stuff.
Van
I've scrolled a
Wilder.
long way.
Van
Oh.
Wilder was with Tara.
Just Friends was
Anna
with
Faris was in it, but then also
Amy
like the girl.
Smart and Anna Faris.
Yeah.
Okay, I mixed up my
Yeah.
blondes.
Yeah.
See, I never
but
even watched
Anna
Green
Faris was
Lantern.
also in it, but she wasn't like his love interest. She was just like the psycho that was interested in him.
Oh, he was in a
Yeah.
horror movie. Amityville horror. Amityville.
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 I don't know. Okay.
Medieval horror.
Ecclesiastes. I butchered
Amityville.
that so bad on FNT. Ecclesiastes, I think is what it is, and I called it Ecclesiastes. Whoopsies. I'm not a religious person, okay? Clearly.
No, am I? But I know the word.
Never
It's one
heard
of those
that word
things where
before.
I've heard the word, but I don't know what it means.
Well, I just it looked like Eccleston, so that's kind of why.
You're like, so, David is here.
That's the only time I've seen those letters pronounced that way. Whatever.
Sneaky Singy for 5. Thank you. The Rocketeer was Billy Campbell's big break. Did you know he was almost Riker?
I think you could have played Riker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Rocketeer is one of the the things I used to have on VHS as a kid, so I've seen it a lot.
So that's one of the ones you watched multiple times because you don't watch. a
Yeah,
lot
one of the
things
few films
multiple
because I don't
times.
generally.
Yeah.
No, I don't generally rewatch movies until I've forgotten it. But the ones I had on VHS before I didn't have internet as a kid. There wasn't much to do, so you just watch the same movies all over again or whatever was on TV.
I remember
Until I
that.
got a computer.
I've done
And then I
that.
just played
a
Age of
lot.
Empires 2.
Age of Empires? Oh, that brings back memories. Oh my god.
Age of Empires 2 was my first ever PC game, followed by Quake 3 and then Unreal Tournament.
Wow. I don't even remember what my first PC game was. Oh, that's my brother.
I think yeah.
Because before that I had a PlayStation, before that was a SNES, and then a Game Boy. And I just hit PC gaming and never went back.
Based.
It's the fact that we're adults that we have the better income than we were when we were kids when consoles were easier
I mean,
accessible.
That's definitely part of
Sure.
it, but even then, there was a time when the computer broke, couldn't afford a new one, and so I think I just basically saved up every penny that I had for like a year or over a year, which is why I ended up playing, which is why I got into Wheel of Time, because I literally I was like, I need something to kill the time. So I walked into the bookstore and found the thickest book I could find, which was the Wheel of Time series. Like 13 books or something at the time, all really thick things. So I thought, well, this is kill
Mike.
time. Also, why I played Final Fantasy 7 and 8, just because they had so many discs. That was literally how I was choosing things. Like, how many hours could I
Are you
get
looking it
out
up,
of
actually? Sorry, I thought you were looking up what Mike.
No.
No,
But
mine was probably Oregon Trail too.
Oregon Trail? Never even heard of that.
I think I've heard of it. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of games where you kind of hear in passing.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I like
Frank the
Minesweeper.
Goblin. Oh God, yeah, I remember that. And Pinball. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Doesn't say anything. Thank you.
Aw. Sweet.
Aw. I remember I just clipped that just to clip it, and I didn't. When I first did, I didn't realize it was you going. Aw. So like. Oh.
Yeah, but then I think it was Thursday. You were like, you could still talk. It's like everyone just assumes they're muted when you play a clip.
Well, no, that was because that's the actual clip that I played, like where we did it and it went like the without the But yeah, I can see why you get confused because we have this one. Carlos, thank you for the $2. Wicked, you look like the actress Sarah Shahi.
Sarah Shahi is hot. That is a compliment.
Thank you.
Sarah
Isn't that one of
Shahi,
your favorites? I remember.
after Kate Beckinsale, Sarah Shahi was the new crush because she was in Person of Interest. And the character she plays in Person of Interest is awesome. Right up my street, and you'll know why. Because she's literally plays like a psychopath who doesn't have emotion. So I'm like, that's my perfect woman. Like, she is literally just like, there is none of like the whining or anything. I'm like, she is perfect. She would literally just went around beating the crap out of people and shooting them in the face. I like that. She's amazing.
Oh, I could see it, especially when I have my glasses on. This one, I could see it.
Yeah, so Sarah Shahi was the new crush after Kate
Thank you.
Beckinsale aged out.
After she aged out. Oh, sorry. I'm getting tired and giggly now. So what do you guys have coming up? What videos? Disparu.
The next one will be covering the Rebel Moon reviews for the director's cut. And I looked at how many people had reviewed it. The first one is the first time round was reviewed by about 157 critics. This one's been reviewed by 7.
Wow.
And they're not happy. So yeah, a load of people just never came back. Didn't even think it was worth it. Even the customer reviews, I think for the first part of the first one, it has 50,000 reviews from customers. Well, 50,000 plus. And this one is 100 plus. So
Wow.
nobody cares about this. So I was like, well, there's no point in reviewing it because a lot of it's the same anyway. But I do like covering really pissed off critics. So that'll be next.
That's insane.
Okay. What about you, X-Ray?
Ooh, tomorrow. I love how Ian is still here. Sorry, I just saw.
He's like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Just
leaving.
See, it's Sarah Shahi. You just have Sarah Shahi on the screen.
JK,
like, your viewer numbers go up.
I typical tomorrow, arts in the morning, Sunday fun day at 1, and we're playing a new game called Chained Together, where we're literally chained together and we have to move as a unit. So imagine if I go the wrong way and make us fall. I am so sure Az is going to yell at me. So
Yep.
I can't wait for that.
It's like, what was the name? Was it Getting Over It? It's basically that jump game. Oh no, Getting Over It was something else. I can't remember. Az played it though, where you literally had to jump up all of these obstacles and get to the top. It is that, but with chained people together. That is, yeah. I was asked if I'd play that with people. I said, no, you don't want me to.
You
do not.
tell it
I would
someone.
lose my mind. I know exactly what I'm like.
I would
was
never
like,
play
no.
that with you. Nope. That
Well, this
sounds
is
like
the
a
whole
bad
thing.
idea.
I could play that with one person and be fine. Playing it with like 4 people, no, that's way too many people to annoy me.
Thanks, Jason.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
Tomorrow I'll either be playing, I think me and the pirate crew are gonna play some Mario Golf. We've never played that, so we're trying something different.
You can just play Mario Golf when you're tied together.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's the plan. That's the
Like
plan.
someone's tied to the ball. It's
And Monday is the finale for House of the Dragon. Last week I forgot to mention the House of the Dragon stream on this. I'm like, after we ended, I was like, oops. So yeah, whoopsie. That's what I have coming up. I'm excited for that one. Maybe we'll have a few people hop in and say hi. We'll see. It's the finale, so we got to go all out. 7 p.m. Monday, and tomorrow I'm actually not sure for the time. So just be on the lookout. I gotta see. We gotta round up the boys, see what's going on. But yeah, that's what I have going on. It'll be fun game week, and I will have some building streams coming up soon. I have this that I want to build.
I'm doing an extension on my house. I've got the family around to do it.
No, like this. It's a ship and it's LED.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm. Before I forget, the next week, at some point, probably Thursday, I'm gonna do a comic stream for anyone who's interested in comic books, because I have shout out to Wiley Dave, sponsored by Wiley Dave, a bunch of really, really nice comics. That one that I wanted when we were at Nickel City Con, he sent it to me, signed. The one that I wanted of Mary Jane and Spider-Man, but I was like, oh, I don't want to spend $80 on this. So I have that one.
Nice.
It's a few. There's some nice ones. So I'm gonna I'm gonna show some of that stuff off, and we can chat about comic books if you guys want to see that. But yeah, that's it. That's what I got going on, and I'm getting tired.
Me too.
Some of the
That's why I had
comics are
to
old.
Because
eat.
you've been drinking.
Yeah, truly. This truly took a couple
That truly
sips
hit
left.
me hard. It was the bubbles.
Yeah, so some of the comics are pretty old. It's a wide variety, so it'll be fun. I'm gonna put some of them up in my background too. But all right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We went over a little bit today, and you guys still hung out. We appreciate that. We will see you next week. Make sure you sub to these guys and check out what they got going on. Wrong hand.
Did you see this already?
Oh no, sorry. I missed it. Andrew, thank you for the £2. Sarah Shai was a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. Really?
I like that
Interesting.
show. That show was fun.
I never watched it. By everyone who's still here, I'm not.
Liar!
Yeah. He's actually
Not
made an
here.
AI version of himself. He's like in
Mark,
every
thank you.
chat.
Wicked has quite the nifty toy collection. Yes, mostly courtesy of Wiley Dave, but thank you again so much for that. But I do. I like all my toys, except for that X-ray. I got that one. All right, guys, we are out. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
So,